right. It's your boy Boss Cowboy. Oh man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Very frustrated. I'm very frustrated. Yep. But it don't mean things ain't getting ready to be okay with the Dallas Cowboys, but it gets frustrating when they make it hard on themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, it pisses me off when I see organizations do business moves smarter than us. It just pisses me off, right? Because we was having a mock draft war yesterday. If y'all ain't checked that out, y'all make sure y'all go check that out. That was a pretty dope show. One of the things that Lord Brunson said, he said, y'all got to get out your own way. And listen, I don't care if somebody might be of a rival team. If they say something that's true, then you got to receive it. Just like if an ally told you. You don't gotta be my friend to be telling me the truth. And on this one, we got an own way. Where we let again another Philadelphia quarterback get in front of us, which is gonna raise the price of Dak Prescott. So we go talk about this. We go take some calls, we go freestyle, but we go break this down. Because see, a lot of fans, I'm certain they not even seeing it. I'm seeing stuff on Twitter that's pissing me off. Well, Dak got to get us to an NFC championship. Man, stop all that. At some point, we got to stop talking elementary and giving billionaires cover. We protect the billionaires for the millionaires. And a lot of this just requires just a little bit of secondary thought. So let's go through it so we can just kind of get on the same page where we can learn how to lobby for smart ideas, not ideas that's going to hurt this team. I'll be right back. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Hold on, y'all, just chill for a second. Your boy Boss Cowboy gotta just set up one more thing and then we gonna be ready. Literally. Yeah, here we go. That one thing is set up. Alright, come on in the house. Have a seat! Alright, let's talk. Alright, so today, obviously it just broke about Jalen Hurts, and then so we will get a chance to talk about this, where Jalen Hurts has set the market. Nobody's surprised at that, that he set the market. It's not gonna be any pushback. It's not gonna be any ridicule. It's not gonna be giving credit to things that was around him. It's not going to be any of that, because obviously when it's our quarterback and when he put up certain numbers, usually the credit is given to others, but that's not going to happen this time around. because everybody understands the quarterback market until it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. Then all of a sudden people just get just crazy. They just lose their whole mind, and they just forget just like basic common sense stuff. So so I'm gonna do my best to explain this, and I think I'm gonna do a pretty good job of this because I've been kind of keeping up this for some time now. All right. So it's some pressure though on the Dallas Cowboys, and the pressure is gonna come even more into the future. Okay, because they restructured Dak's contract. They didn't extend Dak. So extending Dak would have been a better way to put more money into the Dallas Cowboys coffers, is what I would say, right? So they would have access to way more cash, especially into the future, if they would have went and extended Dak. But what's going on is now, because Jalen Hurts is compensated, that's gonna put more and more pressure for the Dallas Cowboys to actually have to pay him when they finally come around to extending him. All right. So that's the situation that the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna be frank, put themselves in. It wasn't, they put themselves in this situation. And this is the worst part about this. They know better. That's the worst thing, is that they literally know better than the move that they just made. So I'm gonna go through this real quick and just do my best to just kind of break this down. So y'all give me 1 second. I'm setting up something real quick on the back end that I should have already had set up, but listen, I'm so frustrated. Trust me, I'm thrown off because see, I know what this means. I know what's gonna likely happen, because this is actually an exact repeat of what happened before. It's not even kinda what happened before. It is an exact repeat, and that's what makes this so frustrating. It's like, and then let me tell you something. All of us have been in relationships to where people say they sorry, people apologize and say, oh, I made a mistake, I'm so sorry, right? But see, the real proof of anybody really being sincerely apologetic, real apologies, right? When you really sorry for what you did, you don't repeat it. That's how you really know somebody is truly apologetic, is they don't repeat it. But the Dallas Cowboys definitely are repeating the same mistake. So what are you talking about, boss? What do you mean? Because Jalen Smith, he just played in the Super Bowl, boss. What do you mean? Yeah, no, we saw this before. So let me just kind of share this with you, and it's gonna start kind of catching you up to the real history. So check this out. Let me just put this up here real quick, make this bigger. So do y'all remember June 6th of 2019? June 6th? Because some of y'all not listening to me, because I tweeted this out immediately once I saw that Hurts was enumerated. Okay? What N said, see, when it comes from certain people, y'all go listen. If I say it, you not go listen. But remember when Carson Wentz got paid? See, when Carson Wentz got paid, it automatically raised the price of Dak Prescott. And everybody that really understands the quarterback market understands that fact. Okay? And that's the thing that's just frustrating, is there's so many Cowboy fans that really don't understand how the quarterback market works. That's what makes this frustrating, because then you get a lot of people that would literally lobby for front office and don't even know they lobbying for front office. They have no idea that the idea that they're peddling is a horrible, bad idea. It's a bad idea, and they have no idea. Hold on real quick, y'all give me 1 second. Let me pull this up because this gonna make it, because I want to make this clear. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to fly this plane just a little bit. Just a little bit. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah. And then we go break all this down. All right, so a lot of people don't really, and shout out to Law, he sent me this because he understands how the market works, right? So this is what a lot of people really don't understand. The market is going to continue to rise with almost every franchise quarterback. You don't have to make it to Super Bowls. You don't have to go to NFC championships or AFC championships to be awarded a top paid quarterback. It doesn't work like that. Now, when it comes between Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts, that's gonna be the going narrative because a lot of people gonna be just goofy. It's gonna be just super goofy and super elementary. It's not gonna be any kind of real thought. So I've went over this before because I've actually done a whole video before free agency even started. And this is what I talked about. Dak Prescott on a long-term extension opens up the Dallas Cowboy window wide for years. So we talking about having an open window to be able to build around Dak. Because at that time, the cap hit before they restructured Dak was supposed to be around $49 million. So the Dallas Cowboys eased cap stress by restructuring Dak versus extending Dak. Okay? So they restructured Dak. But you got a lot of people that's going to be looking to be paid on this team that are needed, like a Micah Parsons, like a Diggs, like a CeeDee Lamb. And it's frustrating me because when it's time for those guys to get paid, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Because we saw this happen before. The Dallas Cowboys is going to raise their own price. And then when it's time to pay other people, they going to say, man, it's only so much pie. But see, you messed up your pie. And this is the worst part. This is the worst part. They did this before and even admitted it. See, a lot of people don't keep up with this side of it, but I do. I really do. Stephen Jones said literally that he admitted that his biggest mistake was not paying Dak Prescott the first time around. He said that was his biggest mistake. The problem is most people can't calculate exactly how much that is. And you don't even have to know exactly. You can do approximates. And if you just do approximates, it should frustrate you. Because just think, around the time when Wentz and Goff and all those guys was trying to be paid, people were saying those same goofy arguments that they currently saying with Hurts right now. Well, Goff been to a Super Bowl. Wentz was potentially getting ready to be MVP. Them same goofy arguments that we was lobbying for Jerry and Steven is what gave them cover to continue to hardball our quarterback. It's Cowboy fans that give Jerry Jones cover when they co-sign this type of stuff of what just happened with Hurts. And it's honestly sad. It's real life sad. Yeah. It's yeah. Now everybody that's in the know, everybody that's influential that do this on a day in, day out basis know how this works. And so Like when you look at Brian Houston, who immediately said after Wentz, Dak Prescott price just went up. And when it happened with Wentz, Dak Prescott price just went up. Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't know who this guy is, but he get it. Yeah. 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 His price just went up. And see, cause Sharon, right? Williams, who works for the NFL. Everybody get it, but the common fans. Everybody, Cowboys should have paid Dak Prescott before today. His price just went up. So I'm showing y'all from 2019 because we kept doing this. We keep doing this, and this is something that Steven himself said he shouldn't have done. He should have went ahead and paid Dak. Yeah, so now Philly, and I'm gonna be honest, this is where how we beat Jerry. He beat him on this one. He beat him, and he beat him on Wentz. Yeah, he beat him on Wentz too, because this at least with Wentz he only paid him $32 million. Yeah, I'd rather pay $32 million than have to pay Wentz $40 million. But around that time, it was a whole bunch of Wentz was almost the MVP. So, like, at some point, let's just keep it real. We gotta grow up and stop giving quarterbacks team awards, because that's what's going on. We give quarterbacks team awards. So, and trust me, I'm gonna have a debate likely tonight. I'm gonna have somebody, my boy JC from Philly, he go come in. I'm pretty sure he go totally disagree with this. But we go talk about this. But let me show y'all something, right? And I'm gonna show y'all something that a whole lot of Philly fans go be butthurt about, but it's facts, okay? Let me just show y'all this. So I just tweeted this. So QBs carry teams to NFC championships and Super Bowls. So let's look at Jalen Hurts in his 15 games that they said was an MVP season. His completion percentage was less than Dak when Dak was a rookie. He only threw about 37 more yards total in those 15 games. And let's just keep in mind, and let's just ask this question to keep it real, Tess. Who had the better weapons out of Dak's rookie year and Jalen Hurts last year? Who had the better weapons? If you were quarterback, who would you want to throw to? Would you want to be throwing to A.J. Brown or Dez coming off a ankle injury? It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. Would you want to have Bryce Butler as your number 2 or D. Smith? Michael Fletcher say you rather have Dez. So Michael Fletcher, now keep in mind, we ain't talking about the Dez before his injury. We talking about the Dez after his injury. So you telling me you would have rather have Dez? And if you believe that, that's cool. But you rather have, if you really believe that, I'm not gonna fight you on that. If you really believe that, yep. So if you really believe that, I ain't gonna fight you on that. You might really believe that. I would have went with an A.J. Brown right now. But you would have, let me ask you a question. Would you have went with D. Smith? You want D. Smith over Bryce Butler? Do you want D. Smith or do you want Cole Beasley as your weapon? Or Terrence Williams? What you want? Who you want to be throwing to? Okay. You might even say them. If you say them, fine. I ain't gonna fight nobody on that, fine. Cool. I wouldn't. If I've, yeah, and see, Benjamin, you get it. Some people don't get it, but Benjamin get it. That wasn't prime Dez. No, it wasn't. Yeah. And then, but y'all going with Dez. I'm not gonna fight you on that. All right. Y'all said I would rather have Smith over that version of Dez. Yeah, well, I'd rather have AJ Brown over that version of Dez at that point of his career. At his age and that part of his career. Cause what we doing is we trying to analyze the weapon difference, right? As we look at the yardage, right? Thrown. Let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all rather have Witten, who was around 33 at that time, or 34, or would you rather have Dallas Goedert? What would you rather have? Now, we talking about weapons to throw to. Yeah. So, and I want to really hear y'all answer. Now, we got one person that said I'd rather have Dez, but Michael, we want to hear your opinion on the number 2 and the number 3 as well. I want to hear your opinion on that as well. Because we talking about the overall. You might be like, no, I'd rather have Dez. But see, don't get quiet when we talk about D. Smith versus Bryce Butler. Okay, so you really see, bro. Listen, bro. Are you like? I just don't see how you go call Bryce Butler and D. Smith a toss-up. And I'm sure going with a much younger Goddard over a 33, 34-year-old Witten. I'm just going with that. So we can even kind of talk about it from this standpoint too. And most people seeing it like this, maybe it might be a few that see it different. I ain't gonna fight y'all too bad for having a difference of opinion, because your voice do matter. And you might not just agree with that opinion. That's fine. If you don't agree with that opinion, that's fine. But most of us, I would say likely 80% of us, 90% of us would say that Hurts clearly had a better weaponized room than what Dak had as a rookie. Most of us would clearly say that. Well, let's just keep going down the list. Okay? Would you rather have Dallas offensive line at that time or Philly's offensive line at the time? Now, that's where it can be a real debate. I really think it could be a real debate, because Philly's offensive line was ranked number 1 all year last year. They had the number 1 offensive line literally the entire year. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line that year was ranked number 3. Most people don't know that, but they was literally ranked number 3 that year. But it would be people that would say, I would rather have the Dallas Cowboy offensive line. I wouldn't be mad at you if that's what you said. I can really see where that could be the case, to where that particular offensive line, Dak's rookie year, was better than Philly. You know, I would probably say it was, right? When you look at T. Smith, when you look at Leary, Leary with a combination of Collins, and you also had Fredericks, and you had Zach Martin, and then you had Free. So in terms of run, like real good run blockers, yeah, that Philly line and the Dallas Cowboy line, they was both top when it comes down to run blocking. So we'll just kind of say, let's leave that as a fair toss-up. That's what I would do. I would leave that as a fair toss-up. But for the most of us that really see that Hurts had better weapons, let's also ask this simple question. Who had better preparation for that year? Let's just think. Because see, now we thinking. We not just talking like mainstream media who just silly and they raise these real stupid talking points. Like anybody that says quarterback carry teams, I'm gonna be honest, anybody that say that is silly. Anybody. Quarterbacks don't carry other grown men. Those men carry themselves. And sometimes your team carry the quarterback. See, because even when the GOAT, Tom Brady, won it with Tampa, his playoff role was stanky. He was carried to that Super Bowl. Carried. Oh, so we ain't gonna act like he ain't throw 3 interceptions versus Green Bay? Oh, we forgot that. We forgot that defense had to be lights out. Oh, we forgot that the defense of Tampa was really the key. Just like we can look at Hurts and we can break it down and say, what was the real difference between Dak as a rookie and Hurts versus his MVP year? What was the real difference? The real difference is Hurts had a way better defense. Way better. See, their pass rush was number 1. Do y'all remember what Dallas pass rush was in 2016? I remember. Do y'all remember? I remember. It was 31st. Do you remember who the stars was on that defense in 2016? Your best star was probably Sean Lee and Brandon Carr. And the old Sean Lee. So do you really think, keeping it real, if you insert Jalen Hurts onto that Dallas Cowboy team, that he's going to quarterback them all the way to the Super Bowl that year? Likely no. And I want to say this too. I don't want y'all to take this wrong, like I'm knocking Hurts. Hurts deserve his money. Hurts is a good quarterback. Hurts balled out in the Super Bowl, even with that fumble. He balled. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm not. So I'm not one of them content creators that's going to dookie on my opponent just to try to uplift my guy. That ain't my style. What I'm doing is I'm analyzing both of these guys in terms of value and team value. My boy Trey say I am. Yeah, common sense. Don't do it, common sense. Common sense, don't do it. Common sense, yes, that was. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Common sense is on the move. Common sense is on the move. Look, wasn't that Wilcox and Scandrick in that secondary? Yes. 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 So, yes, that was. So, obviously, and let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. Dak, given the degree of difficulty, had a much harder road as a rookie than Hurts. He had a way harder road. Way harder. He didn't have no offseason with his A.J. Brown and his D. Smith and his Dallas Goedert. He was thrown out there coming all the way from a 4th string quarterback, had to instantly start based on Romo with no offseason, and he still had better numbers than what they say is MVP-ish for Hurts. And this is why I'm frustrated. Because, see, this is the thing, man. Nobody want to look across the street and see that somebody's wife is treating their husband better than you getting treated. Y'all give me 1 second. Nobody want to see that. And I'm honestly sick of watching Philly. And this is not even just about Hurts. This is just about me watching how our organization do our best, guys. It just frustrates me. It frustrates the hell out of me because now Dak Prescott basically got to go out there knowing that his rookie numbers was better than Jalen Hurts' MVP numbers, or just as good, or let's just keep it real, it was better with a harder degree of difficulty. So Dak out there, this is how I'm gonna put it. Jalen, he did a somersault. and he hit it. He does a somersault. And it's like, ooh, that was a good somersault. Dak goes out there and he does a double backflip, spins in the air, stick the landing, and everybody say, that's okay. I think that was your offensive line. That was Zeke. It was all right. We literally talking about the same passing numbers. This is no exaggeration. Everything in here is accurate. Everything in here is completely accurate. We talking about literally better. But this is the difference. My last point is the key point. Philly was built around Hurts. That was the difference. See, Philly, instead of taking away weapons like Dallas loves to do, where they took away Dez and said, we're going to give you receiver by committee. Philly said, we're going to give you a Heisman winning receiver. We're going to also give you 3 backs. We're going to also give you the #1 free agent receiver. We're going to have our whole play calling designed to your strengths. And we go rock with you and support you. The whole time, though, when Dak was only paid $600,000 a year, for this type of performance, we were subtracted from Dak. That's what we was doing. Yeah. And I am frustrated. I'm very, very frustrated. I'm so frustrated, bro. I'm so frustrated. Because I can see what's coming down the road, and a lot of people don't see what's coming down the road. See, the problem is they jack up their own price and then act like they ain't got the money when it's time to pay people. See, that's what's frustrating. You jack up your own house. You the one that decided to pay your mortgage last. You did that. Everybody that with a mortgage, let me put it like this. If you got a mortgage and money is tight, and you gotta either pay your mortgage or you gotta pay your light bill, what you go pay first? See, the Dallas Cowboys, they actually run it backwards. That's what's frustrating to me. They pay the light bill first, then they come back and say, oh shit, we gotta pay the mortgage. That's what they did with Dak Prescott. Instead of paying the biggest bill first, knowing that the prices go continually go up, they went and paid Tank first. Then they paid Zeke. They paid Amari first. They paid Lyle Collins first. They paid Jalen Smith before Dak. And then say, when he go from a mortgage of an average of $28 million, that's what Dak should have been. Dak should have been $28 million if they would have paid him first. But because they waited and they kept raising their price, they then had to pay him $40 million. And then say, we having money problems. You didn't pay your mortgage first. So I'm already seeing what's coming down the road. And it's gonna piss me off when they sitting over here saying, we ain't really got the money, Diggs. We really, Micah Parsons, it's only so much pie. It's only so much pie, Micah. We love you, but it's only so much pie. CeeDee Lamb, you good, but you not no real #1. It's only so much pie. And sadly, you not gonna see a lot of people in the mainstream media or even the local media talking about this. They go sit back, and you know what they go do? They go say stupid stuff like, well, Jalen Hurts got his team to a Super Bowl. Did he? Really? Did he? Because, see, I remember that Giants game wasn't a good game. Who remember that? Who remember? See, because I remember. See, that's the thing. I got a good memory. See, y'all can't do that wee-woo bullshit with me.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
It don't work with
Number
me.
one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo, wee-woo.
See, that wee-woo don't work with me. He carried them. Oh, okay, so he balled out with the Giants? Is that what you saying? No, it looked like what was around him carried him. But then when he got to that Super Bowl, oh, he balled out. He balled. See, I'm not going to take away from when he balled, but I'm also not going to exaggerate when he didn't. I'm not going to exaggerate and act like Hurts had a Superman cape and he put his offensive line on his back and then he put the defense on his back and then he went over there and said, hey, I need to carry all of y'all through to the Super Bowl. Hey, cornerbacks, y'all struggling. Let me go put you on my back. Safeties, y'all having some trouble. Hey, let me put you. Hey, coaches, y'all not calling a good game. Don't worry about that. I got you. I'm going to put all of y'all on my. Stop the shit. Stop it. It's sick, it's stupid.
Oh, you see this guy?
It's
see
stupid.
This guy?
I'm sick of it.
Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo, wee-woo.
And then we fall for this fake news, and then we'll go right to the radio and listen to them talk stupid.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
We'll just listen to the fake news, co-sign it, and then we come out here and we talk super elementary. Well, when Dak take his team to the Super Bowl, then I'll be cool with paying him whatever he wants. Man, that's the problem. All you elementary Cowboy fans still falling for the media wee-woo, thinking that quarterbacks carry teams. Let me tell y'all something. This team carrying wee-woo and BS started with Dak. That's the only time you start hearing about quarterbacks having to carry teams. It was when they was trying to hate on Dak. That's the only time. But when everybody else get paid, you hear nothing about having to carry anybody. It is no carrying conversation. It is nothing. It is no carrying. Aaron Rodgers got another extension and he ain't carried nothing. And then Cowboy fans like, I'll give up my left nut for Aaron. You want that hippie? You want that hippie? Are you serious? Well, Kyler Murray, did he carry anything? What did he carry? But do you see the mainstream media asking Kyler Murray to carry his team? Is it anybody even critiquing loudly Kyler Murray? Huh? Is there anybody critiquing Kyler Murray? I'm asking a real question. Kyler Murray out there fussing at his coach in broad daylight, undressing him, looking like a kid, and then it'll be news for maybe half of a day. Nobody calls Kyler Murray Mr. 40 million, do they? Nobody calls Aaron Rodgers Mr. 49 million, do they? Nobody saying with Deshaun Watson Mr. 46 million, are they? Nobody saying with Josh. Oh, let's talk about Josh Allen, because a lot of us love us some Josh Allen. What if, let's just try to imagine this. What if CD Lamb in the playoffs walked over to Dak Prescott and did this? Like what you doing? Like what happened to Josh Allen with Diggs? What if he went over there like, bro, you tripping? My boy said we need to take a light break. Y'all ganking me on them likes. Let's get the likes up then. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Everybody, let's just take a quick break. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Listen, I was thrown off too, bro. I really was. I was thrown off. I accidentally streamed to some of my brother's pages. You know what I mean? I didn't even change the title. I hit the live button. I was so mad. I'm thrown off. So I know some of y'all might be thrown off too. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a pause. Let's try to take a break and hit that light. You know what I'm saying? Just, I'm thrown off too, man. Yeah, I'm thrown off too. I really am thrown off. And see, what's pissing me off even worse, y'all, what pissed me off is when I see it. It's like somebody that don't get paid millions to do this should not be speaking with more common sense than our front office. And see, Erica, this is sad, but now, Erica, I'm actually starting to come around to this thinking too. It's sad that we got to think like this, Erica, because we have us a franchise quarterback, but we will be in denial if we didn't look at the fact that really could be the case. My boy Big Game James been saying that. He been saying they really don't believe in Dak. They don't even really like Dak. But the way that they treating Dak is starting to make me think that my boy might be right. And Erica, you might be right. Because again, Stephen Jones already called the last time he didn't pay Dak the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake. He called it the biggest mistake. Stephen Jones admits Cowboy mistake, should have signed Dak the first time around. Yep. And so let's just I just want to really just talk about all of this, because a lot of people don't put this stuff together. So first of all, you do not have to have these super high bars to get paid. Yeah, well, look at this. This is real, but see, this is my fear, Coach Q. I think it's gonna get worse. Coach Q said Dak would be 52 to 55 million a year since Cowboy waited. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. We still waiting on Herbert to get paid. Lamar still gotta get paid. Joe Burrow. It's gonna get worse. The Dallas Cowboys might have to end up paying Dak $60 million. Some of y'all, wait, no. Yeah, I said what I said. Yeah, cause see, y'all don't remember it going from 28 million to 40 million. I remember because I was doing shows about it. I was warning then. That's what makes this so frustrating. When you warning about the same things you warned about before. When you warned about the same things you warned about before. And then you got Stephen Jones saying, yeah, you was right. You was right. I should have paid him. So I'm over here warning people saying, boss, shut up. Dak is not worth 30 million. He's not worth, boss, no way they're gonna pay him. And I'm like, no, pay your mortgage. Stop being silly. Pay your mortgage. But I was literally doing show after show after show saying pay Dak. Yeah. And I was saying young franchise quarterbacks would drive up the market in the 2021 offseason again. And that happened as I predicted. Because it's only the Cowboy fans that have not figured out that you don't have to make it to Super Bowls. Some people don't even have to make the playoffs. So let me first explain what drives the market. I have explained this before. I'm going to explain this again for those who really don't understand how the market works. This is how the market works. Okay. The market is agent driven. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say it slower for some Philly fans who don't get this. The market, and Cowboy fans who don't get this. The market is agent driven. It's a reason why they say the term market. So in the market is where you buy goods. That's why you go to the local grocery store market. Is where you can purchase goods. It's called a market. The store is called the market, right? So this is how agents drive the price of goods when you're looking at the assets of a player. The lifeblood. Now hear me out. I'm talking slow. I want y'all to really hear me. The lifeblood of an agent is his ability to be able to recruit new talent. I'm gonna say that again. The lifeblood of an agent is his ability to be able to recruit new talent to represent. The best way that you represent and gain new clients is by showing that you have the savviness of an agent to get them paid. So, when agents want to recruit new players, what stands out on their resumes is how many times they was able to set the market with a given asset. It don't matter if it's corner, it don't matter if it's quarterback. Only thing the agents want anywhere on that contract, the only thing they want is set the market or broke a record. That's the only thing they want. They want the skins on that wall. You see that wall? You see that wall? Let's just imagine I'm an agent, right? And I'm trying to recruit Coach Q to be my client. So Coach Q, I know him personally. He plays center. I know him. He plays center for the Kimber Knights. All right. And I'm trying to recruit him. And I'm trying to say, hey, bro, this is why you should come over to my firm. Go look at my wall. I got him paid. I got him paid. I got him paid. You see what I'm saying? They recruit based on setting the market. That's why agents are always trying to go even a dollar higher than the previous guy. It has nothing to do with Dak is not as good as Aaron Rodgers. He don't deserve. It has nothing to do with that. The only thing you gotta be to be a market setter as a quarterback is a franchise. My boy say sign me up. The only thing you gotta be is a franchise quarterback. You gotta be a quarterback good enough to be the face of your franchise and good enough to where if they built around you, it gives you a chance to win it. That's the only thing you gotta be. You don't have to be somebody that jump through lava and then swim through fire to get these contracts. That's why you saw Dak Prescott get the 40. Matthew Stafford got 40. Is Daniel Jones as good as Dak Prescott? No. He got 40 though, didn't he? Josh Allen got 43. Then behind him, it went up some more, right? And it's gonna always go up by a little bit. Generally, Aaron Rodgers is the person that's actually driving up the market the worst. He's the single culprit of being the market driver. It's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the dude that's driving up the market. Josh Allen got more. Then Patrick got more. Then Josh. Why? Because That's what the market does. Those agents that's trying to recruit new talent, they always trying to slightly surpass the previous person so they can recruit new talent. That's what drives the market up. And when you understand that, you don't talk goofy. You don't say stuff like, well, Dak, he need to take his team to the Super Bowl first. No, Dak don't need to be nothing but who he is right now. We got to stop playing games with Dak. That's what we got to do. Stephen Jones already said that he was wrong about doing this the first time, and he doing it again. He literally said we should have paid him. Yeah, we messed up. And okay, so let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all say Deshaun Watson recently, when he got paid, even when he got paid, would you say that he put up a better performance than Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Matthew Stafford? No. No. He ain't even been playing football and he still set the market. He ain't even been playing football when he got that contract. He was about 2 years removed or a year and a half removed from football, and he still set the market. And the Deshaun Watson numbers ain't never been better than Dak. They right around the same. They right around the same. So then let's look at the market again. Is Kyler Murray better than Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, even Dak Prescott? Nope. But he got 46 million. Why? And it was slightly, you notice that it's slightly over the previous best? You notice that? You notice that 46.1. I told you the agents, they don't care if they are $1 over. They just want the headline. That's the only thing they want. Let me show y'all this. Look. Oh, somebody already. I just clicked on Google, but look, I guarantee if we kept clicking through this, clicking through Google, I guarantee it's gonna be something in here that's gonna say that Jalen Hurts set the market. Let me see. I'm just clicking through, so it ain't up yet. But I guarantee it's coming. I guarantee it's gonna be a headline somewhere that's gonna say Jalen broke an all-time record. That's what it's probably in this article. I guarantee if I click through this, it's gonna say something about it. Let me see. So this one actually said, hold on real quick. Damn, Fish, you tripping. You didn't put in there what it happens? Because actually, Fish, he set the market. That's what happened. Fish, come on now. I need you to pick it up. But this the deal, just going back. Oh, he say the headline is on ESPN. Let me go to ESPN. Hold on real quick. ESPN. Thank you. See, man, Amp, my boy Amp be on it. Watch. It's gonna be right here. Watch this. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Amp. Yeah, this is what agents want right here. Quarterback Jalen Hurts signs a record-breaking 5-year extension. That's what they want. That's what they want. And see, this is why I was saying it was crazy what Steven and Jerry was trying to do the first time with Dak. I said this before. People that been following Boss Cowboy Sports heard me say this 1,000 times. But what Jerry and Steven was trying to do is they was asking Dak's agent to commit career suicide. When they was trying to force Todd Francis, who was Dak Prescott agent, to try to force a team-friendly deal, they was literally saying, we want you to commit career suicide for me. Now, let's just stop and think, all right? Stop and think. See, only fans say stuff like, once he take me to the NFC championship, then I'll be willing to pay him. No, you got to think of this as an owner. Think of this as an owner. You got to think, what is the value monetarily to my franchise of Dak Prescott? That's what you got to think. It's not about how far did he get me. It's about return on your investment. Dak Prescott as a rookie, allegedly generated $250 million to the Dallas Cowboys. So only fans think like that. But when you are an agent and you basically got a law degree and you getting in there getting ready to negotiate, you ain't talking about how far he got you. You know what you talking about? You saying how much money y'all made off Dak. When you start talking about Dak's value in terms of endorsements, that smile, doing the right things, never cussing out his curse in the public, being the perfect representation of your organization, he's gonna steadily make you millions of dollars just on controversy alone. He gonna make you millions of dollars. Hold on, man. I don't know why these dudes ain't liking this video. Listen, man, we got to stop being lurkers up in here. How we got 148 people with 82 likes and I already asked? Like, what's going on? Like, what did I do? Did I piss somebody off? Like, what's going on? How we got only 148 likes and 148 people watching 82 likes? Do we have that many lurkers? It can't be. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the lights up, y'all. Come on, man. Yeah, that is. Yeah, Michael, that too. Yeah, that's doing me bad, bro. Come on now. Because who else explaining this stuff? Who else? What channels y'all going through that's really breaking this down in detail like this? Like, for real. Where can you go where they go explain what drives the market? Huh? Like, for real. Like, what did I do for me not to even get a like? God damn. Is it just the facts? I mean, what's going on? Like, listen, I shouldn't have to beg for no like with the amount of content we put on this channel. For real. Like, you know, like, listen, I ain't trying to fuss at everybody, but goddamn. You ain't going nowhere where you hearing somebody really break down the history of the market. And I'm not knocking my other brothers that do content, but I know on this particular subject, you ain't getting this hardly anywhere. You ain't got nobody that did PowerPoints and really broke this down historically. Who's done this type of stuff? Where they broke down the cap and the history of the cap. Where you getting at? Come on now. Listen, man, let's get them likes up, y'all. Come on now. At some point, it do get a little bit of agitating because it's almost like taking the content for granted. It's taking the content for granted. It's not that many places that really go out their way to show you what they saying. And I'm also not saying I'm always right, because I know I ain't always right. Somewhere I will drop a ball. I'm human. But y'all should be able to recognize the effort that we do on this channel to try to give you the truth and not that we will. So, like, at some point, man, let's get them likes up, and we should be sharing this content. Like, we should be sharing this. This is not even enough to like. We should be sharing. Those of us who already bought into this content, how hard is it to hit that share button and send it to a couple of groups? It ain't that hard. Or to just post it on your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And like, I'm really bothered by this, bro. Like, I'm bothered. Like, I love my team, and I'm not the dude that's gonna co-sign everything my team does. Yes, we killed free agency. Yes, we got a lot of good players in here. But if you look forward, and you see that they are playing a dangerous game and they playing it again, it should frustrate you. It's like, okay. So I explained how the market works, okay? So everybody should be kind of understanding how the market works based on how I explained it, right? Because it should be pretty clear what drives the market. So if you watch this channel and you still talking goofy, like Dak gotta win a Super Bowl to get that type of money, it was that type of goofy talk that gave cover for the Joneses to keep hardballing him the first time. When we had a whole bunch of Cowboy fans saying Dak Prescott not worth 30 million, y'all helped his price get up to 40 million and look goofy. Just because we just want to be right, instead of looking at the facts, instead of looking at how the market really works, all of us should have been like, pay your mortgage. Just pay your mortgage. Even if you got to overpay just a little bit, pay your mortgage. But we was being goofy. It was us. It was that. If you turned it on the local radio stations, I'm not paying Dak. Just because that's how the market worked. Yeah, y'all gave Jerry and them all that cover, and in the end, they turned around and said, "Well, we should have paid him." Yeah, we should have. Steven admits we should have paid him. Yep. After all of that sucking up we did, all of that, I don't care. He's not better than Wentz. I remember our own local media saying that dumb shit. He not better than, it was us. It was Dallas Cowboy fans and our media. I don't care what the market says. I'm not paying an average quarterback just because the market dictates. Sometimes we gotta be willing to walk away. You are a fool. A fool. Okay, and sometimes I get it. If it bleeds, it reads. So let's just stoke up some controversy so that we can get all these people to watch this channel, or we can get people to listen to this station. Let's just spark some controversy. Cause truth is boring. Talking about how the market really works, see, that's boring. That's boring. Yeah, that's boring. Yeah. But when you tell the truth, yeah, people ain't gonna even like your goddamn video. But if I was in here talking about, yeah, man, Hurts is way better than Dak. See, Dak carried them, Hurts carried them to a Super Bowl. When is Dak got them over the hump? Man, shut up, man. That's like kid talk. It's like I'm not interested in talking like I'm not gonna defend dumb national media talking points where Dak has not shown that he can carry a team. Dog, like, you're a grown man saying that. You're a grown woman saying that. Like, at some point, I want to bring adults back. When are adults go come back? I want adults. I want to be able to have an adult conversation. I'm sick of having conversations with my own fans on common sense. It's just frustrating as hell. When my very first article that I ever wrote on my website, my very first article that I ever wrote was on why Dak Prescott is going to break the bank and that they should pay him now. And I said, you got to pay your mortgage first. And around that time, Dak would have been 28 million. So first of all, let's kind of talk about the mistake that's made and the cost of this mistake. Now we not going like heavy, super analytical, because I got lurkers. I figured out that I got a whole bunch of people that watch my content, and they don't watch content to support the Cowboys. They don't watch my content because maybe they might learn something. They only watch my content because they waiting on me to have some kind of technical error. And see, this is the thing. This is also a good observation by Alana Walker. I don't know who you are, but see, this is a very good observation. This is true. Hurts team, his deal is team friendly. See, it's not team friendly in the APY, average per year, but it's team friendly in terms of the duration of the contract. He signed a 5-year contract. He signed a 5-year contract, which allows the Eagles to be able to spread his money around and restructure his contract and create cap space into the future if needed. He didn't do the traditional 4-year contract that most quarterbacks do, right? Which makes it harder for teams to be able to move and structure contract and money around. So, Atlanta Walker, I don't know who you are, but that's honest. From the Philly thing, I would assume this is a Philly person. But listen, I'm not hating on Philly. Listen, I always said this. I said this to Lord yesterday. I say, listen, man, even if you my enemy, if you telling the truth, I'm gonna rock with it. This is the truth. It still is team friendly. But the agent don't care. The only thing the agent want was that headline. The agent got that headline. I guarantee, cause see, what would you do if you was an agent and you was the one that got this deal done? You know what I would do? I would frame it, put it on my wall. That's exactly what I would do. I will frame it, put it on my wall. So the next time I'm reaching out to Herbert and I'm saying, Herbert, this is why I should represent you. I want you to come to my office. I want to talk to you, right? And then Justin Herbert come to my office. The first thing I want him to see is my skins on the wall. Hey, Montana say, stop calling that dude Lord. Hey, bro, Montana, listen, I'm with you on that, but this the deal. It's hard for some people to call me boss because, see, my name and his name requires people to kind of lower their pride to even say our name. His name is Lord, man, so I go by his alias, and I'm going to respect that because that's his brand. And listen, y'all, I know y'all hate Philly. I know y'all do, but we got to also learn, in my opinion, to take the good from them. Like, because I did learn a lot from that show, bro. And I can tell, boy, y'all can't stand Philly, and I love that about y'all. Y'all hate Philly, but we, to me, got to be able to keep the baby without throwing out the bathwater. Like, I learned a lot from that show yesterday, and I know my enemy better because of actually having talks with the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get oh man, man, you funny, man. But tell you, my dog. But say, stop calling dude Lord. That is goofy. He say, nah, boss fit you. Lord don't fit him. Ain't no temple of night. Nah, bro, that's his brand, bro. That's his brand. So, and see, this is the thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, my boy West Coast. It's a couple of people that disrespect him by calling him by his real name. And I'm being honest. I want y'all to hear me out. West Coast hate it. Like, when some people refer to West, they call him Tyson. That's disrespectful, because just think about it. You do all this work to brand your channel and brand what you do, and you got all these at this and at that, or at BossCowboySports. So when you in the public calling him Tyson, you are hurting his ability to be found. You know what I'm saying? And you taking away from all the hard work that he did to build his brand. Even if Lord Bronson's name was Donald Duck, I would call him Donald Duck because that's the brand he built. You know what I'm saying? And we, out of respect, should call them the brands that they built. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. That's the business side of what we do. I'm just keeping it real. So I don't care what anybody's name is. Somebody's name could be called Boo 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 and Dummy Dumb. I'm gonna call him Dummy Dumb. I'm not gonna troll it or nothing. Yeah, he said, does OC call you boss? Yeah, he called me boss. He never, yeah, he know my real name. And really my name that I went by growing up was Slide B. My name was always, my hood alias was always Slide Boss. Boys that really know me from back in the day, they call me Slide. So it's a couple of people that's in the chat that'll say, what's up, Slide? I know exactly. I don't respond because I don't want people to be calling me Slide, because then that take away from the brand that I built. You know what I'm saying? But Slide Boss, I've always had boss somewhere in my name. Whether it was in my community where people knew me from that, it's always been boss. So when I changed my name here, it kept that. So There's some people in here that grew up with me. They loyals, like my boy Jay Mitch. He loyal. I grew up with him. That's my road dog. We've been to the park together, man. We always at the picnic. We drink beer together. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? But when I see him, he gonna say, "What's up, Slide?" So I'm just talking about the business side. Like landlord. My boy landlord say, "Boss, let them know a op is a op. That's how we supposed to be. F them Eagles." No, bro, it ain't like that with me, bro. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't like Philly, but if you come on like them dudes did yesterday, let's be honest. You know, obviously, I felt like it was some wee woo in some of the stuff they was saying. It was some wee woo, but how can anybody watch this show and say that them dudes was just way out of line? No, they wasn't. They wasn't. You know what I mean? Obviously, they rep for their team, but they wasn't out of line. They was sitting back. They was giving analysis. They also gave credit to things that we did well, especially Lord. Lord was like, "Man, we can't sleep on what y'all just did in the offseason." So I'm just saying, when boys keep it real and boys being straight up, I'm not gonna let even this divisional opponent get me to where I can't have a sit down talk with you. Cause see, that's one of the first rules of war, is you have to be able to dialogue with your enemy. You have to. The art of war is about trying to prevent war. If you really, really, really read the art of war. So on this channel, and see, my boy say they were too soft. Yeah, cause see, boy, that boy Law was bringing it. Law came to fight yesterday. Oh, if you ain't watched that show, y'all go, boy, Law was in his boy. Law was just taking shots all day. Law was in his bag, boy. My boy Law was a bigger attack dog than me, and that's rare. Usually I'm the attack dog. Boy, that boy Law was. So anyway. Going back to what I was saying, because it's still a lot for me to talk about, just real quick, on what does this mean? Because that's what we're talking about. What does this Hurts mean thing to us? And yeah, my boy say Law chose violence. He did. Law had me rolling, boy. Law had me crying. Law wasn't taking it. He was like, "I'm not for the shits." Man, I'm speaking my mind. Law was on it.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
That boy Law was on it, bro. I sat back there. I was like, let me sit back and just watch my dog.
Finesse, 2 on.
Yes, indeed.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
So tonight, I might get gangster, because I'm having a Philly dude on tonight. But I'm telling you, I might get gangster tonight. For those who want violence, you might see it tonight. It depends. So I'm gonna take it like this. We can handle this like gentlemen, like we got class, or we can get gangster. How I come tonight is gonna be based on how my opponent come tonight, because I am bringing on another Philly dude. We go talk about this Hurts thing. JC, we go talk about this because I do want to talk about this from a Philly perspective, but I have a feeling it's gonna get violent tonight. Hopefully it doesn't. I prefer to just talk football without all the dissing and fighting. That's what I prefer to do. But like I say, we can handle this like gentlemen, like we have class, or we can get gangster. It's on you, you know. So anyway, this is the one thing I want this channel to do. I want us to educate fans, because a lot of fans, they sincerely believe some of these things. It's people that believe that just because Hurts was in an NFC championship, or because Hurts was in the Super Bowl, that's what's got him paid. Nah, it don't work like that. It's about the value that you have to your team. And so let me just say this real quick, and then I'm gonna start taking some calls. So the real value of your quarterback, and I already talked about this, is what did they mean overall to the franchise. It's not just getting to an NFC championship. When an agent go in there, they go talk about how much money that the Joneses are bringing in just from having Dak on the team. See, it's only us that talk like he got to get to a championship. But now when that agent come in there, he ain't talking about that. And so, and if Jerry and Steven try to pull that wee-woo and be like, well, Jalen Hurts, he got his team to a Super Bowl. This is what any real agent go do. They go say, really? Well, let's just really look at this. They go do exactly what I did. They go say, what did they put around Hurts and what did you put around Dak? That's what a real agent go do. So they not gonna get distracted with wee-woos talk. They go stay focused. They go say, no. Let's not leave out the fact that Hurts had a top 2 defense. Top 3. Versus Dak, when he was a rookie that put up better passing numbers, had the 31st ranked defense. 31st ranked pass rush and an average defense. Dak was the reason that they won 11 game straights with Zeke. It was both of those guys together. So they not go, an agent ain't go fall for that elementary wee-woo that the fans fall for. He got them, he put all of them on his back. They gonna be like, man, no, we ain't talking kid talk today. We talking men talk. Let's talk like a man. How much money, Jerry, did you make off Dak and publicity? That's what they go come in there with. They go say, listen, man, you gotta pay him. Because see, let's think about it. They go talk from a return on investment. That's what an agent's supposed to do. They go say, man, listen, man, forget all of that. You making over $250 million from this dude a year. Basically, in 4 years, you made $1 billion off of one guy. You telling me you not getting ready to give him what he do? And then that agent, if they let Jerry and Steven thumb them like that, he couldn't recruit nobody else. So he wasn't going to commit career suicide. So I already said that point. This is the other thing that people ain't considering. You pay quarterbacks market value because honestly, you really don't have no choice. See, that's the other part that people ain't going to tell you. That's the other part of why sometimes you got to overspend. It's sometimes what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do that because that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. See, because it's easy to talk that wee-woo silliness. That's real easy to do. But see, we have a track record of knowing what this team is like without Dak. Let's not be goofy. Let's not be goofy. So with Dak, this is even before this year. Look at the passing yards, 407. The QB rating, 104. Completion percentage, 67. The average per attempt, 8.3. Look at what, because I remember Dave Balls was saying, Red Rifle finna come in here and show you it was the weapons around Dak. Everything was perfect around Dak. See, that's what the goofy goofs go say. That's what the goofies go say. But see, now we got a lot of history that show you that the offense goes almost to pure hell without Dak. Pure hell. So this is why you pay market value. This is why. When you look at what the offense was, because I know it's some goofy goofies out there that say stuff like Cooper Rush was undefeated. Okay. Well, let's look at what the offense was when Dak was not playing. 23rd in points, 27th in total yards, 27th in passing yards, 29th on third down. So did Cooper Rush carry the team or was he carried? I'm asking a real question here because see, the goofies, they'll say Cooper Rush was the reason they won. No. Or was it really that the defense didn't even allow 20 points? Because that was a time to where we was playing complementary football and we was running the ball aggressively to keep the ball out of Cooper Rush's hands, which was smart to do, which also rested our defense and allowed them to play at an elite level. The complementary style of Dallas Cowboy football was why he won all those games. But notice, As soon as Goofy Kellen Moore went out there and threw the ball 38 times versus Philly, 38 times we lost. But we beat, this is amazing. When we was playing complimentary football and running the ball, we beat the two teams that was previously in the Super Bowl with a noodle arm quarterback. So this is why Dak ain't gotta carry nobody to no NFC championship. He ain't gotta carry a damn thing but himself. That's the only thing Dak need to carry, himself. That's the only thing any quarterback carries, is himself. It's insulting to say that a quarterback carries a team. That's insulting. Let me ask y'all a question. Let's go back to this list and then I'm gonna take some calls. Patrick Mahomes. Do anybody remember what happened to him when his offensive line was porridge? Do anybody remember what happened to him when he was running around trying to do everything, running for his life? I thought he carried teams. I thought you didn't need no offensive line. So why? Can somebody explain to me why? Why did Kansas City invest so heavily in 1 year into offensive line? Oh, because guess what? Because Patrick couldn't carry a team with a bad offensive line, could he? But see, when we talk goofy, we say what the media say to hate on Dak. Well, Dak, he hasn't shown he can carry a team. And this is the worst part about that goofy, stupid stuff. Dak has actually shown you, and has shown you from a rookie, that he carried teams. See, the media try to act like Dak was carried. No, Dak carried. Yes, Dak carried the team. Dak broke multiple NFL rookie records. Dak had, as a rookie, he was tied with only Tom Brady on game-winning drives. How are you tied on game-winning drives where the defense know you have to pass to win this game, and they setting up to stop you from passing, yet you're successful at passing? That leads the team to, because Zeke wasn't throwing the ball on game-winning drives, was he? See, because a lot of people like to give, even Pittsburgh, they give that credit to Zeke. But who drove them downfield with 5 throws? Who drove them downfield in 2016 with 45 seconds left? Who drove them downfield to where they finally handed the ball off to Zeke and he ran off a Ron Leary and Tyron Smith? The hole opened up like the Red Sea and nobody touched him for a touchdown. And goofy people started to give Zeke credit for that whole drive. Just goofy. So even a narrative that Dak don't carry teams is a lie. It's been a lie from the beginning. It's been a whole lie. Dak can't carry a team. Dak can't carry a team. Are you goofy? You are goofy. Goofy. And you talk based on talking points that was spoon-fed to you by the mainstream media, who basically only hate on the Dallas Cowboys and Dak for money. And then you think you smart because you repeat talking points that they fed you, and they got you out here talking straight goofy. Dak can't carry teams. Well, why does all the teams without Dak go to hell when he ain't there? It's just goofy. Let me say one more thing before I take some calls. I do want to say one more thing. This is what I really believe is going on, then I'm going to take some calls. The Dallas Cowboys, see, me and Coach Marv talked about this. Coach Marv, he believes that the Dallas Cowboys might have some cash issues. I don't believe they have cash issues. I think they have a Scrooge McDuck issue. I think they have a philosophy to where when they are paying you, they have to get over on you. Most people ain't gonna feel me when I say that. But when they are paying you, despite as good as you might be, they some way, somehow gotta get over on you. I think it's a family philosophy. It's a family philosophy. So let me explain where it's likely a family philosophy. See, because I looked at all the contracts. I ain't surface. I'm gonna look at all the contracts. And you see the clear pattern. They get over on everybody. They at least try to. They get over on everybody. Let me ask y'all, what's the average duration of a contract with any player? I'm gonna wait. I want to see y'all answer. What's the average duration of a contract? I'm waiting. I ain't gonna even give you the answer. I know the answer, but I'm waiting on y'all. What's the average duration of a contract? Rodney said 3 years. Okay, I'm waiting on somebody else because we need more than one else. Montana said 3 to 5 years max. Getting close, getting real close, super close. I want to get y'all. Okay, most people said. C said 2 years. See, I know how you said that. The average duration of most contracts when they're signed are 4 years. That's the average duration. If you look around the league, right? If you look at most of these quarterback contracts, most of the contracts are 4 contracts. Anything over 4 years is team friendly. Why? Because that player is giving up their youth. The biggest asset to a player is their youth. That's number one. Number two, whenever you give a team anything over 4 years, you also hurt that player from going back into a market where the cap rises almost every year. So if you're trying to get paid twice and max out your career earnings in the NFL, you really should never do any contract over 4 years. Anything over 4 years is team friendly. We can test out what I'm saying. Let's pick a player. Somebody just name a player that just got paid, and we go look at their contract. I guarantee it's gonna likely be 4 years, except for Hurts. Pick any player that just got paid that was probably a top play, and we go look up their contract right now. I will bet you about 90% that it's gonna be a 4-year contract. But anyway, this is the whole point. Go look at, when you know that, look at what the Dallas Cowboys do to their best. This is their best. They do this to their best. Romo at the time, right? He signed a 6-year contract. Flacco signed a 4-year contract, and all the quarterbacks signed a 4-year contract. Dez. Okay, somebody said Daron Payne, so let's look up Daron Payne. All right. So we go, see, this is live. I don't even know what his contract is, but I almost bet you it's gonna be, hold on, I'm gonna look at this live. Y'all give me 1 second. And I'm gonna come back to that. Cause I gotta show y'all that I think this is a philosophy of the Cowboys to where they always trying to get over them. So Daron, give me a second, let me, come on now. Daron Payne. All right. Then I'm gonna say Daron Payne contract. It's gonna be 4 years. Or it might be less, Daron Payne. Contract. All right. Yep, as I figured, Yep, as I figured. And we can do this now. We ain't talking about don't give me no old players, because old players get paid different. The older you get, the more most people work with teams. But any person going into their new contract, most of them go, look, yeah, what did I say? 4 years. 4 years. Anybody else? Let's pick it. DK Metcalf, did he get paid yet? Did he get paid? Let me go look at AJ Brown. I'm gonna look at AJ Brown contract. It's gonna be 4 years. 4 years. Yeah. Let me think. Who was the guy that got paid? Simmons from the Titans? Let's look up Simmons. Simmons contract. I might need to show y'all me typing. Y'all go see something y'all need to see. Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons contract. Y'all give me something. See, I'm showing y'all this. See, that's what we do on this channel, man. Like, I'm showing y'all that most of the new contracts that people sign are for 4 years. Yep, what did I just say? 4 years. It's 4 years, y'all. It's 4 years. So when you go look at what the Dallas Cowboys do to their best, it show you a clear pattern of them getting over on their best. Go look at what we do. Romo, 6-year contract, gave up his youth. Dez, a 5-year contract, gave up his youth. Tyron Smith gave them a 8-year. Ooh! He threw away millions doing that. For most of those 8 years, he was considered literally the best offensive tackle in the NFL. And he never was able to go back into the market and get a new contract based on a rising cap. He stayed at that same contract for 8 years, and they kept restructuring him. Did anybody have a problem with Fredericks? Did y'all like Fredericks? Because I did. I know y'all did too. I'm pretty sure most of y'all would call him a yellow jacket guy, wouldn't you? I would. I would call him a yellow. He got 6 years. 6 years. He gave up his youth to the Dallas Cowboys. Zach Martin, a 6-year contract, gave up his youth. Tank gave up his youth. Jalen Smith, as much as you hate him, he gave up his youth with a 6-year contract. Gave it up. Lyle Collins, you can look up any right tackle in the league right now. Gave up his youth. Zeke, I know y'all hated the Zeke contract. Zeke overpaid. Zeke, he's a greedy mofo. He shouldn't have held out. He greedy. No, he didn't. He gave up his youth. 6-year contract. Amari Cooper gave up his youth. A 5-year contract. And the worst thing about Amari Cooper is when they didn't pay him, they had 5 years to be able to restructure and move money around, and they still didn't do it. It looks like to me, if I look at the history of how they do their top guys, this ain't just about Dak. This is a philosophy of how they roll. Them Joneses are trying to get over on everybody. It's almost like they view it as a privilege to play for them. I'm just keeping it real. And they treat you like that. And they actually say that. All right, so let me take some calls, man. We gonna put the call line up. I saw somebody in there saying, "What are you talking about, boss?" Well, if you call in, I'll explain it to you. Because I would definitely love to hear from anybody that feel like they disagree with me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you on this. But I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody else with the common sense, y'all really do know and should understand that we are dropping the ball. We are dropping the ball as we continue to wait and allow the QB market to go up. So I'm saying it today. Some people ain't gonna never say it. Some people don't even get it. But I'm saying it today. Dallas, I don't want you to throw away another $60 million. What you mean, boss? How did they throw away $60 million? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the Dallas Cowboys are supposed to have about $60 million additional in their cap. Because first of all, I want y'all to do some basic math with your boy. What's the difference between 28 million and 40 million? 12. So 12 million is that difference. What's 12 times 4? 48. When you add 48 and the difference of what they could have paid Dak from based on what they paid Dak, and then you add on top of that that tag that they wasted on Dak for 31 million, that's actually $70 million. Do I need to do that math again? We could have paid Dak 28. We end up paying him 40 on a 4-year contract. That's $48 million. If you add the tag of 31 million to the opportunity cost of what they should have paid Dak, that's 70 million. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Yo, what's up, boss?
What's up, man?
This Phil. This is my first time calling in here, but I'll be calling in the Sky show sometimes if you know Sky.
Yeah, I know Sky.
But,
I called Sky this morning. I actually talked to Sky this morning. He took my call. So yeah, I know Sky well. That's
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I just don't feel like they trying to get over people because you feel me? They gotta sign the contract first. But even though like them players, like older players, you talking about, but like I feel like over this offseason, they've shown that they're gonna get the contracts done. Like with Donovan Wilson, Van Der Esch, Autumn, I feel like they're gonna get the contract done. But I just feel like they just don't need to move as slow with it. They just need to hurry up and get it done.
So did you understand what I just said?
I feel what you saying though, because
you understand what I just said?
Yeah, you
though?
saying don't throw away the money. Like don't franchise tag them. Don't wait another year for the market to go up another 10 million. I get what you're saying.
And I'm saying you want to do that because he's a mortgage player. He's a big ticket player. So paying Donovan
for sure. You got to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like with the Eagles making our division more competitive, Dallas is now starting to, they starting to move forward with things. They can't like be lazy with things no more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I agree. Makes perfect sense that you can't be lazy with things. And it's not lazy. It's, to me, this is what's your name, bro?
My name's Phil in the chat. Phil in the chat.
Okay, Still. I don't think it's lazy.
Nah, Phil, P-H-I-L.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil.
Yeah, you straight.
I don't think it's lazy. I think it's they try to play too many games. I think it's games. It's like contract games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I called it. I did.
And I'm young. I'm 21, so I really ain't seen too much like you seen with the Cowboys.
The history. Yeah. But that's why I'm glad you're listening. I called you, Star. I accidentally hung you up. I apologize. I made a mistake. But I called it Stephen Jones experiments. See, these are Stephen Jones experiments, and they are unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like. These experiments are stuff like, I want to be the first owner that make my franchise quarterback sign a team-friendly deal. That was an experiment.
Yeah, like stuff like that unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. It's like, Dak is a franchise quarterback. He's deserving of it. The standards that y'all try to put out there was false anyway. You know what I'm saying?
But then,
go ahead.
Yeah, but then like to your last point when you said, I think you said something earlier about putting pieces around your quarterback. And I think y'all said something yesterday, because I was watching yesterday, about like putting pieces around him instead of taking pieces away.
Yep.
Like, that's why I feel like they moving forward with Brandon Cooks and them. Like, you don't usually see that. And I felt like it was different. Like, cause when you see the Eagles go to the Super Bowl and they was worse than you last year, and they just made 2 moves, and then it made their quarterback so much better. Like, I felt like they saw that. Like, everybody saw that. So it was like, I felt like the change was coming anyway.
Yeah, but see, then if we talk about the experiments that they do, like, for instance, it was an experiment that we was going to take Kellen Moore, right, and take less weapons, but expect to be better.
Right.
That's it. That was an experiment.
I mean,
it was.
Yeah.
It was the. And see,
they
now
just try to
now
show
that you figured out the experiment.
Everything come from
see, this
inside.
why they got Cooks. Let's be honest. They got Cooks because that first experiment didn't work. They tried an experiment to where Kellen Moore was supposed to be able to get you more with less. So he's supposed to be able to take.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So they tried that.
Yeah.
It fell on their face.
I thought when you said at first, I thought you meant like Amari at first, when we got Amari first and now Brandon Cooks. But I get what you're saying. Where at first now.
Yeah. So they
last year.
Yeah. See, they got rid of Amari because they wanted to go with the system approach. They wanted, you know what I mean? They wanted to go with, because they think in budgets versus thinking contention.
And to like you said with quarterbacks carrying a team, that's why, like, I feel like people don't, I'm not going to say credit because we didn't go as far as we wanted to, but I want to say people don't give Dak enough credit for doing what he did with what he had. Because if you look at it, if Hurts had what Dak had, it's not going to be the same thing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like with really any other quarterback, other than like Mahomes, but like most of the other quarterbacks, like all of them got more than one receiver.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, man. It's, you know, it's one of them things that, see, the problem is I'm looking forward, right? If we look backwards, how much better would this team be if we had $60 to $70 million extra in cap space?
I mean, it would be a lot better. It's just depending on how they use the money, or if they even use the money.
Right, that part, right? Because the times they was playing hardball with Dak, do you remember how much money they had? I do.
I don't.
They had $90
million
in cap space.
Oh yeah, Steve. They ain't never really, I mean, even now they not really spending money. Like when it comes to adding other people, they just got two good deals.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's more, they're going to get maybe one or two more players after the draft, but they need to get this deal with Dak done first before everything.
Yeah, because it's messing up the future.
But I mean, everything, and another thing, everything that Stephen Jones did say this offseason came true. He said a weapon on offense was coming.
He did.
And then he said something with Dak. It could be overnight when we wake up. It might, you feel me? It might happen the next week.
It should have been last night.
You're right. It might be tomorrow.
It needs to be tomorrow.
Shit, hopefully.
It needs to be. Because they've already been
they don't
burned
need to
by
let
this.
Lamar Jackson or whatever. I'm not trying to let nothing go down with Lamar Jackson.
Right.
He get paid more
Exactly. We've been through this.
With Lamar, now he gonna look at this situation and be like, all right, I can't take the 200-some million guarantee. Right. Let me lower my money. And he's still gonna get paid more than Hurts. And you have to pay Dak more.
Exactly.
So they need to just hurry up and get it done.
Right. They should have figured this out yesterday. You pay your mortgage first.
Right.
And this is the part that pissed me off. Philly always smarter than us on this. That's what's pissing me off.
And then the thing is, well, I can't really say they always smarter because they pay what's his name?
Wentz.
Wentz.
That was smart at the time. See, they didn't know that he was gonna fall off a cliff. Okay, they didn't know.
But it's not even all about falling off the cliff though. It's more about like how he led the team, and you could kind of tell like he's not Hurts, he's not Dak, as opposed to like how he, like, his mentality towards the game. He's more selfish, if you get what I'm saying.
Well, I'll say this: we need to take carry out our vocabulary, because
I play football. I mean, I play defense, but I mean, like, it's a whole part. Everybody plays a part.
Yeah, this is the deal that I was getting ready to say. Hurts and Wentz are pretty much exactly the same. How we did a good job of building around the quarterbacks. That's what happened, because the team with Wentz was so good that even without Wentz, they won it. You see what I'm saying? That's how good that team was. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
If you look at that team,
hold on real quick, bro. Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so even if you don't know if your quarterback will fall off a cliff, it's still about for your books and your budget. When you know you considering your guy a franchise quarterback, you pay him. That's what you do. You don't play these games. You don't leak to the media. You don't say stuff like what they did with Tank. He's no Khalil Mack and all that kind of stuff. He's no Von Miller. It's that bullshit we do, Phil. And then we over
can
here
Joe
like,
Burrow and them get paid this year?
is this year 3 for Joe
Or
Burrow?
is that next year?
It's after year 3.
That's what I'm saying. Because if they let that happen first, it's gonna be bad. They can't let that happen.
Oh yeah.
They can't let Joe Burrow and Herbert them get paid first, especially Lamar though. But like, really them two. But
Hold on.
we need to get this one.
Somebody missing my point. See, some of y'all gotta listen to the whole context, bro. He said Hurts like Wentz. No, listen, bro.
Nah, he's saying
The
Hurts
team.
is like Wentz as
The team
they
put
put
around
the
him.
team around him.
Y'all see, listen. See, that's how the media move. They listen to certain parts of what you say.
Nah,
they clip
they
out
listen
what
to
you say,
Undisputed. I
and they
know
make
exactly
a
where
bumper. Listen to the
Martinez
whole
come from.
context. I'm saying, the Trillis. It's the context. It's they built around them. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. At first, when you first said it, I didn't know what you meant, but I listened to what you were saying. You saying like how he built the team around the quarterback the right way.
Right. That's what pissed me off, because Philly doing a better job of that. They doing a better job.
That's what the
and I hate
Joneses
to
need
say,
to see.
huh? Go
I
ahead.
was saying that's what the Joneses need to see, because Dak has shown over 7 years that he's, you can build around him. They need to hurry up. They need to start building around him.
Yep.
They never, like when he was young, it really won't. I mean, he had Dez Bryant and Witten, but like Cole Beasley, but like they're not really. Dez Bryant couldn't. He didn't fit with Dak, because Romo, the way that Romo got the ball to Dez, Dak won't getting the ball to him like that. He won't just throwing the ball up. So he didn't really have much when he was young, other than Zeke anyway. It was just till they got Amari when they started putting stuff around him, and they took Amari away. So it's like they need to. I'm seeing what they're doing now as far as like Cooks and Gilmore, but they just need to pay Dak again so they can keep doing it.
You must be a Philly fan. This dude said they didn't build around Wentz. Hey, bro.
Oh man,
listen.
I thought you were talking about me.
No. I'm reading the chat.
Somebody say hell no.
No. Hold on. Let me address this chat real quick, bro. Don't make me break down your team better than you, bro. They built the hell around. In that one season of where y'all called him the MVP, they got him Jeffries, who was the number 1 free agent, wide receiver, just like AJ Brown. They got him 3 quality running backs. They got him Ajayi, they got him Blunt, and it was a third
I think
one.
the defense was nice too.
Yeah, they built around Wentz. The hell you
I don't
talking
think they
about?
had corners like that, but they had a defense too. They had a D line.
Yeah, they
I know
had a
that for a fact.
squad. That was a good squad. Like that, and they was rolling that year. But like every time when the team is rolling, the quarterback always get all the credit. That's gonna always happen. Just like when we was 6-1, Dak was the leading
what I'm
MVP
saying, though,
candidate.
Like the only team that the quarterback don't get the credit is Dallas. When Dak led us, it was Zeke.
Yeah.
When Amari came, it was Amari that made that.
It was the offensive line.
And the shit
it was
exactly.
Amari.
And the shit that blow me is when Amari came to Dallas. Oh, Amari made that. But when when Diggs went to the Bills, it won't that with him.
Say that one more time, bro.
And,
say that one more time. But when Amari came here, it was Amari that made that. But when Diggs went to Buffalo, they won't say none of that. With Allen, right?
With Allen.
Great call, Phil.
And even with Herbert. Herbert ain't done shit.
Right.
And now they claim he great. He didn't do nothing. I mean, he might have had a little better numbers than Dak rookie year, but he didn't go to the playoffs and do all that shit his rookie year.
He sure didn't. And on top of that, he had a way better situation than Dak as a rookie. He had better weapons. And the moment he was drafting, he was working with those weapons from then until they kicked the ball off. Dak was thrown out there.
Yeah, he didn't. He was thrown out there from what? It was preseason. He didn't even have an off season.
He didn't have an off season, right? How do you get timing with
your
weapons?
He was the third quarterback.
He was the 4th. Remember, he was under Choice. Remember Choice? Not Choice. What was that quarterback?
Oh no, I don't remember.
No, it was a black quarterback we had. Y'all help me out.
Oh, nah. He played like safety or some shit.
Yeah.
They moved him to safety or something, right?
Hill.
Yeah, I know you talking
Dak was
about.
four.
It was like Street or something. Nah, I was a
I
receiver.
can't remember his name. Y'all help me out. Somebody.
I know who you talking about. It was light skinned.
Light skinned, yeah. That came in 4, dog. It was Showers. Thank y'all. I knew y'all was gonna help me out, bro. My boy Tyron Church and Brenda Green.
Remember that?
Yeah. He came in under Showers.
Oh, Showers. Yeah, hell yeah, that's what his name. Showers.
And see, listen.
Damn, I was ready to say
bro.
something
Let me
else,
tell you
I
something.
forgot.
Let me tell you something. I don't know where you came from, bro. But I'm not you, Phil. I'm talking to this dude real quick. I don't know where you came from.
Go ahead. You straight.
But this the deal, bro. On this channel, we really speak facts, dog. Now I named you more than 2 pieces, and you go really pretend like it was just 2 pieces.
But
see, don't
Don't be
that type of dude
tweaking
to where
anyway,
when you hear truth, you fighting it just because you want to represent your team. I'm over here telling you and everybody that Philly beat us on this deal. It is okay to sometimes say if your enemy did actually beat you at something. But some of you Philly people, y'all got to understand on this particular channel, I'm not interested in having no fake rivalry with you. I just want to talk football. See what I'm saying? And the people on this channel want to talk football. Matter of fact, the people on this channel, I'm going to just let you know how these people rock. That's with me. When your boys won the first draft, guess what the people in this channel said? They won. Now, I was in there. I watched that yesterday. Yeah, because we over here trying to talk football, bro. Like, so I'm just letting you know I ain't trying to call you out.
But I ain't gonna lie. I said you lost because you took I forget who it was. You
the running back
in the 3rd round.
I know.
Yeah, just like
I was being spiteful with that though, bro. Because I felt like we won that draft.
I felt like you should have went. I felt like with the 1st round you should have went O-line.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
Yeah,
the receiver you took. You can ask Cooks to do everything that you asked him.
Remember, I took Zay Flowers. Now let's talk about that because they took Branch. We took Zay Flowers. Actually, most of us would say Branch versus Zay Flowers. Flowers go win that matchup. Wouldn't you agree?
But the thing is, Cooks versus him. You're gonna ask Cooks to go against him anyway. That's why I was saying. Yeah. I don't know who the O-line was on the board at the time, so I really can't.
See, that's what y'all did. Y'all knocked us when we looked at the offensive lineman. The problem is we was wiped out by the time they got to us.
Oh, yeah.
So the best available was sitting there was the receiver, so we didn't reach. So we went with Zay, and Zay countered Branch, and that's who they got. I felt like we won it, but they also moved down. So when they moved down, they got a bunch of picks, and on paper, it just looked better. Just keeping it real. We might have had 3 good picks, but they had 5 good picks. So on that,
this kind of off topic, but I remember what I was ready to say. Mm-hmm. I feel like Cowboys fans need to pay attention to like, all right, our division getting stronger, but you can see that our division is making us stronger. I feel like our division getting better will make us better in the playoffs. So that's where I'm coming from as far as like seeing the Eagles getting better. Like I feel like we're gonna be better because of that. We're gonna take the next step because of it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, man. Like, do you want a lady? And just keeping it real. Do you want a lady that's good to you just because she's jealous?
I mean, I mean is, I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I want you to be good to me because you're a good woman. I want you to be good because you're a good person. I don't want. Oh, we saw Philly did this, so now we go do the right thing. Just do the smart thing first. Don't always be reactive because now you worried about Philly making you look bad. You making yourself look bad.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But
I feel you though.
It takes competition
they did put
to make
a little bit of
better,
pressure
like
on
if
us.
that makes sense too.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
that do make sense. That's glass half full.
Like, I feel like for a lot, like you can say that for like any position in football. Yeah. Competition will make that next player better if they're built for it. So it's like if we built for it, that competition should make us better. I feel like it is because we got 2 players that we don't usually get in our season.
Yeah.
They just need to learn from the past mistake with Dak and pay him now.
Shit, they ain't learned, bro. The fact that they let Hurts get in front of them mean they didn't learn. But it's all good.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was not expecting Hurts to get paid that soon. I didn't think it was gonna happen.
I knew it was gonna happen.
I knew it was gonna happen, but like usually when you hear stuff like that, like they say it on the networks and shit, I feel like they didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah.
Like, cause all my cousins is Phillies fans. Like, I'm in the group chat. But see, the thing is with my cousins is they can talk football.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I mean to a
Not
point
really.
because my other cousin, he a Cowboys fan, but he's one of them Cowboys fans that's like, oh, Dak the problem. He throwing interceptions. We need to trade for Lamar.
man.
I'm like, nigga, you don't even know what you talking about, bro.
Wait.
And
No N-words.
See, the thing is, he blows me. Oh, my fault. I'm
good.
tripping. My fault.
No,
But he my fault.
You
He
good. It brought that
makes me
passion out,
mad
you
more
feel
than my. Yeah, that's how I talk sometimes. You got it, but
No, I understand.
he makes me more mad than my cousin that's Philly fans.
Yeah.
Cause he like my Philly fan, cause they can talk football and they know that we good the same way that they're good. But he listen to all types of shit, like that, and he the one that made me not really like Cowboy fans. Cause I used to kind of try to, be all like Cowboys fans for real. They annoying if you really know, know them.
We can be. Yes. Occasionally, some Cowboy fans can be annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A lot of Cowboy fans don't know football. It's more like, oh, we're gonna be great or we gonna suck, and they don't really know the players or know nothing about us.
Yeah. Hey man, let me take a couple of more calls, man. But Phil, I really enjoyed the call. It was a good one. Call in more, bro. Like
I'm gonna call in more. I'm gonna be in the stream. The next one, I'm gonna be in here too. So if you see my name pop up, I'm gonna be typing in the chat.
Okay, big dog, man. Appreciate the call. I want to show y'all something from my boy Merciless Menace. So Merciless Menace said, Boss could have signed Dak for 46 to 48-ish. Now they're going to have to pay more for waiting. When will the Jones learn? Bruh, listen, when I did that show on the window to extend Dak is now, this is what I said. This is the number they should have came at Dak with. 46.2 for 6 years. But now, if I'm Dak, and see, this is the thing. Y'all got to understand, and listen, and I showed y'all this. Contracts is not just about money, it's about respect. It's about respect. If I'm Dak, and I'm like, shit, this dude basically put up my rookie numbers and got 50 million. Man, you finna pay me now. That's what I would be on if I'm Dak. I'm like, nah, I was at 46, but yesterday's price is not today's price. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? My name is Big Dex, man. I've been checking you out for a minute now, man. I've been a Cowboys fan for a long time, bro. And it's so good to see what you're doing on this page, man. I'm from Boston, bro.
Okay.
And it feels so good. I've been a Cowboys fan since '77, dude.
Damn.
When I hear you talking real football, dude, it's very impressive because I see so many people out here. They listen to all these alphabet sports channels, and it pisses me off when they talk about carrying.
Yeah, it's goofy.
And this quarterback carries the team, and that quarterback. And I say to myself, how many championships has Aaron Rodgers lost at home?
Goofy. Right.
How many big playoff games have Aaron Rodgers lost at home, but nobody trashes him?
Yeah.
And it's like, I just laugh, man. I'm like, I'm up here with a lot of Cowboys fans. We got a lot of Cowboys fans up the East, dude. Don't get it twisted. We got some diehard fans up here, but it's a lot of them, like you're saying, they on that goofy, listening to the alphabet boys.
And that's what it is. They listening to the alphabet boys. I swear that's what it is.
I'm like, do y'all know football? One person does not carry a team. I seen Tom Brady win a Super Bowl 13-7.
Right.
And it's like, and I've been in New England. I've been in the Patriots' backyard for years, all my life. And I'm like, none of these clowns was coming out of the woodworks. And then when they start winning and they start getting their ways, then they want to run their mouth. But regardless of that, Dak is our MVP. Pay the man. I don't understand all this dudes like, oh, he throw interceptions. Look at the numbers. What are y'all talking about? He had one bad year, and actually his bad year, I've seen a lot of people play worse. Josh Allen had just as many interceptions. They never trash him.
Yeah, they never do.
So it's just real. You, Law, all you guys, when you're doing it, man, I be checking y'all out all the time, bro. And it's real. Y'all remind me of me and my boys back in the 90s. We'd be arguing on the block about the same stuff y'all doing now, but it was on the block.
Yeah.
You know what
The internet that took the block to the world. Ain't that something? The internet that took the block to the world.
Yo, man, dude, what y'all doing now, we was doing on the block in 92, arguing dudes about the 49ers and Steve Young going against Troy Aikman. We was doing the same thing, but the avenue you could do it on was, on the basketball courts, on the corner, or after football practice. It's crazy, man, to see y'all doing it, man, and I love to see it, dude. I'm going to be checking y'all out all the time, man. I've been watching y'all for a long time now.
What's your name, bro?
I've been watching. My name is Dex, but they call me Big Dex. I've been in the chat a few times.
I know your name. I see you, Big Dex. I know that name. You've been here.
Yeah, I played both ways. I played quarterback. I played safety. I played all over, man. I played all sports all my life, man.
This is what I figured out, Big Dex. I figured out that generally people that like my channel are people that probably played, that coached. My channel don't kind of cater to kind of like the average fan that might not be able to read through. See, you able to see through the woo because of all that quarterback experience. You know what I mean? And
I love that wee-woo shit. You be playing, because I be seeing so many cats listening to these clowns on the alphabet channels, and I'm like, y'all, and sometimes it pisses me off about the Joneses because it's like they fall into it. One year I seen the opening season with Stephen A on the opening. I didn't even watch it. I'm like, y'all bringing this clown in?
I never watched it.
I'm like, man.
Nope.
But you're right about this. I don't want to get off topic. You're right about the Joneses. They did Des Bryant the same way. They made it seem like Kellen Moore could run the offense with our primetime receiver. Y'all think Cole Beasley could be a number one wide receiver. One game in, you realize there was a playing back fight. Cole Beasley's not a number one wide receiver. Is he a good receiver? Yes. But don't think he could do what Dez do. And all the dudes at Cowboys.com was acting like that. They was glad Dez was gone.
Goofy.
And 5 games into it, you giving up a number one pick for Murray.
Goofy. Super goofy.
Goofy, man. Yo, you made a video some months back and you said they dysfunctional, and you're right on point, yo.
Yeah, and it hurt, bro. It hurt. Listen,
it hurts you because my son's name is Dallas.
See, my son named Dallas, bro. You serious?
I swear, man. Straight up, bro.
Yeah. See, but let me tell you, sometimes the truth hurt, bro. One of the things that hurt the worst is when we was debating them, and Lord Brunson said, "Y'all need to get out y'all own way." I was like, ouch.
Yeah, I told you.
That was real though. Like, see, you can be my enemy, but when you tell the truth, I was like,
yeah. And you know what you just said the truth about this young caller you was just on the phone with?
Yeah, Phil. Mm-hmm.
You made a real point. You was like, you may not like Philly, but you understand the good things they do. Another thing they did good last year with that quarterback they got, Jalen Hurts, they made good play calling.
They did. They
knew the things he can't do, and the things he couldn't do, they stay away from.
That's what that's what Philly beat us. Can we just call it like it is? This is what Philly is beating us. I think we better at accumulating talent. They're better at common sense.
Yep.
Philly had the common sense. Philly had the common sense to say, you know what? We converting on 3rd and short, 2nd and short, and 4th and short 90% of the time with one play. Let's keep doing that play.
Yep.
That's just common sense. Let's just do QB sneak. Yeah. And see, when Philly beat us on things, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be over here like Hurts way better than Dak. That's wee-woo, bro. That's
stupid.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy?
Football, you know
Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
That's why I love your channel, yo, because you right on point. How you break down numbers, you break down players. Like, yo, I'm digging your channel, yo, and it's awesome because I like seeing and hearing people talk real football. I don't want to hear the hoopla or they cheering for likes and everybody want to watch the NFL or the Alphabet Boys because they talking this and talking that. Talk the truth, man. Like,
talk the truth.
How could y'all sit up here and honestly say that Jalen Hurts is better than Dak because he went to the Super Bowl? Teams go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Organizations go to the Super Bowl, not individuals, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So
Hey.
hopefully the Joneses are gonna get it right at some point because we got Diggs coming up.
Yeah.
We got CD coming up. Like They should be working on these deals right now, bro. We're gonna lose one of them.
Yep.
Or they're gonna insult one of them. They're gonna insult one of them as contract wise, and it's gonna rub everything. They don't know the things they do fuck up the locker. Sorry, bro.
No, you good.
These contracts they doing, they mess up the locker room too.
They do. And you know the one thing, Big Dex, that's pissing me off before it happened? Remember this call. Y'all freeze this moment. Let me tell you the thing I hate the worst. When they mess up this money by letting that contract go up, and then we might not be able to sign one of these value guys that we need to sign, like a Parsons or like a Diggs or like a CD, guess who they gonna blame? Dak.
Oh, they gonna blame Dak, yeah.
They gonna blame Dak for what they did.
Yep, and the fans who don't know gonna run with it.
They gonna run with it. Dak greedy motherfucker. Yeah, Dak greedy. It's gonna be that, bro. And that's why I'm mad, bro, because I already see it coming. I see it coming before it happened. It's like, here we go. They finna run up their own price and then blame the players for the price that they ran up.
Yo, bro, it's coming. Like you said, you take the number one pick, you get Amari, and you get rid of him for a fifth. If that's not dysfunctional, and then say we need a receiver, you had one. And I don't want to steal the Damari thing. I'm just saying how they do business.
No, it's just real,
It's
bro.
like, come on, man. Y'all got to get with the program, man. You got to pay the players who's making your offense
work, bro. Yeah, all this, all this we got to get over on everybody. Bro, some people you can't get off on, bro. You can't get over on everybody, bro. You try to get over on people way too much.
And one last thing I had to touch on while you got my call, bro, is everything you've done about Kellen Moore is straight to the point. Everything. All your videos, and then I like how you back it up when you played the video with Mike Martz and the other dude, Lombardi.
Yeah.
And what kills me is the two radio guys who I know they hate Dak just by the way they talk. RJ and whatever, Shane or whatever those dudes are. I can tell how they come. I can tell the way they spit their words. They hate Dak. But when they bring on Professor Lombardi and March, they couldn't stand it because they was breaking it down on how video game boy or Madden boy, whatever Lombardi called him, it was right on point. Like you got this, you got beat out for the job, and all of a sudden you my coach. It shouldn't work that way. Dak needed a veteran guy who's been around the league to show him what it takes to win. Not somebody who he just beat out.
Yeah.
And that just set our offense back, dude. And just because it's like your kids playing Madden, right? They putting up all these numbers. But when it comes time to make a play, they can't make a play.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's like 3rd and 2. You can't get it, but you can do all these trickery reverses and all that. When you get a first down on the 30 and it blows up in your face, you're just playing trickery, man. Real dudes when you play. All right. So I love your talk on that Kellen Moore, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what we need, Big Dex. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I appreciate the love and the eyeballs. We need a movement. We need to Boss Cowboy Sports need to be more of a movement than just people that watch a channel, right? To where we're all active together. Like, all of us together as we grow create a ripple. Like I was telling my partner today, Blackwell, where he shares a lot. He tags the media on some of my videos. He does a lot of things where he's trying to create real awareness of, because for me to know it and you to know it does nothing. But for us to get this to where people that can make decisions see it, now we something. You see what I'm saying?
Sending these clips to the NFL, all these networks.
Right. Let me take the super chat real quick, big dog. But man, I appreciate your call, big homie.
Yo, do your thing, man. Keep doing it, man, and I'm gonna keep watching. All right.
Okay, cool, man. Thanks, big.
All right. Take care, man.
You
Yeah,
too,
man.
brother. Very
And I
good
got-
call. Hold on, OC. Let me take the super chat real quick, and I got you. My boy Kevin McDonald said Philly done backed up the Brinks truck to a running back that can throw a football. They will feel the burn in the next 2 years. The collapse of the birds are upon us. I do fear that happening with them too. You know what I'm saying? Because Hurts is a quarterback. I know you hitting him. He's a quarterback, but they used him like a wildcat quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go too hard on insulting, because honestly, I don't want to be like they are. Because you know how they do. They go overboard insulting Dak to try to make themselves look good. I don't want to walk down that lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they used him like a running back though. What's up, OC, man? Welcome, bro. It's a good surprise. What's happening?
What's up, man? Yeah, man. Now listen, I'm not gonna stay on too long. I won't disturb your flow. But at the end of the day, man, the dude is guaranteed in less than 1 year more than the total guarantees of Dak Prescott's whole contract.
Oh my.
He's guaranteed $126.4 million by April of 2024.
Yeah.
I hope y'all got that.
I got that.
Dak Prescott total guarantee, all right, is over a 4-year term. So the rich get richer, man. Good job by the Eagles. A lot of people say different things about the Eagles, but you know what? They do what they got to do when it comes down to.
They did good on this.
They do what they got to do, man. They do what they got to do, man. And so.
Yeah, my boy say Hurts a quarterback. Yeah, he a quarterback, man. He is. He's a quarterback.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, man, this is really, it's great news for Dak Prescott. It may not be great news for all of us as fans, right? But it is great news for him.
Yeah.
Because if you're giving Jalen Hurts 225, oh my goodness, it's almost absurd. These numbers are getting absurd, man. Yeah. 255, man, on a 5-year extension, man. What's the market for Dak Prescott?
Right.
It's plus 325. It's 325 plus on whatever you're talking about. If it's not in the 300s, they can forget about it. And I would just say the sooner the better, man, for the Dallas Cowboys. The sooner the better. But what the Cowboys are probably going to do, which is unwise, they're going to ride out this year. And they're going to make sure, they're going to say, we want to make sure, and they're going to see Dak Prescott play. And Dak Prescott is going to play over a revitalized offense with a common sense offensive coordinator and with more weapons. He's gonna throw, and you can record this. 5,000. Dak Prescott is going to throw. Hold on, boss. He's going to hit 40. I know you was trying to beat me, but you can't do it because I was already talking. He's going to hit 4,500 yards plus. He's going to be plus. He's gonna hit. I'm saying 4,500 the minimum plus. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's gonna hit. He's gonna throw 35 or more touchdowns. And then what you gonna do? So it's gonna be interesting, man. This is a whole interesting thing, man. And it's just it's intriguing to see. It's very entertaining to watch.
Bro. They messed up again, dog. Like, how are you, dog? Like, how can you be Dak and then let this happen? Like, I know people gonna be like, oh, but he carried them to the Super Bowl. Man, stop, bro. You're not talking to no kids. This is a grown man channel. Like, how you gonna look at the numbers that he did throughout the season being on par with what I did as a rookie, and I'm clearly better than what I was as a rookie. They just reinforced Dak's backbone to say, hell no, you definitely gotta pay me more than Hurts. For sure, because now it's about respect. At first, I would have worked with you. I would have took $46 million on a 6-year contract. I'd have been like, all right, cool. I'd rock with it. Just pay me some guarantee. But now you messing with my name. Because if I take less, I'm basically saying that Hurts better than me, and I'm not gonna say that. And people don't believe it work like that. OC, it works like that. Because guess what Shaq said? You remember what Shaq said when he was going to the Lakers?
What'd he say?
He was like, as long as y'all pay me more, $1 more than the next best center. Because it's about respect. They want their name respected. We messing up, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the problem. Herein lies the big problem, and it's always been like this. The Cowboys are the front office, they're being stubborn, and this is why they're being stubborn. They're being forced to pay top dollar for a quarterback that was never their guy.
Yeah.
See, Troy Aikman was their guy. Romo became their guy. Dak Prescott was never their guy.
Yeah.
And so some of this stuff is ego, man. So I'm telling you, some of this stuff on both sides is massive ego.
Yep.
Huge ego. He was never my guy. And now I gotta break the bank to pay a guy that was never. They begrudgingly paid him the 160.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly. And brought it up in every interview for a year or two. You know what I mean? As much as they could. Well, we had to pay our quarterback a lot. No, you had to pay him that because you dropped the ball and you did not handle the affairs of the organization in a prudent way. So that is your fault.
And they insulted him the day that they paid him. Do you remember Jerry saying, everything that I've ever done that was worth it, I overpaid for?
Yeah, he said overpaid.
He said overpaid.
Yeah.
It's like your money skills, your genes, your people skills, Jerry.
No, Jerry got great. Jerry got great people skills. Jerry just wanted to make a point to say that, hey man, I did this and I didn't really want to.
People skills.
That's what he want.
His leadership skills. Leadership skills.
Yeah.
Like in terms of morale, like managing how people feel. You know what I'm saying? Like that other part that drives us. You know what I mean? People skills.
No, look, Jerry not good at taking what he perceived as a personal loss.
Right.
He ain't good at he doesn't take it gracefully. He's not gonna take. So that was a personal. You got me, and we got you dead in the rights. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's another thing that I also know that's behind this too, bro. I talked to some people that's real close to the Prescott family. Impossible to get even closer to who I was talking to, right? The other thing about Dak that I'm pretty sure they don't like, Dak don't do all that snoozing that Romo and Witten was doing. He don't do the boat trips. He don't do all of that. He actually turns it down. Can you imagine a billionaire inviting you to a boat trip that's your boss and you say, no, I'm good? And this is why Dak does that, because he doesn't want the image of him being greater to his teammates. So he turns down the invitations to actually mingle with Jerry. Now, I heard that firsthand from like very close family people. You know what I'm saying? See, and that type of stuff, when you saying no,
you don't. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was saying that. That goes into that whole narrative about him being our guy.
Yep.
They want to see if they big money. They want to feel like they want to feel like they own you. They want to feel like they know you. They want to feel like they got you. Right? It's power, dude. It's all about power. He's like, no, I'm keeping professional etiquette. I don't want to be seen as more than my teammates, and I appreciate it. But really, besides me doing my job, I might not want to kick it with you like that either. Besides me being here in the building doing what I got to do, I might got other things that I really want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be on no boat with you for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because I know how y'all are.
Yeah.
And I know how you treated me. Right. So I'm going to keep it professional, but besides that, I don't have to do nothing but go out here and throw this football and play well. That's all I got to do. I ain't got to come out here and hang out with you.
And see, this is the other part that people ain't going to keep it real long. That's one of the reasons Romo lost the team. My boy J Rock, what's up? Hold on, my dog J Rock in the building. What's up? J Rock the barber. We be rocking on Thursdays. If y'all don't know J Rock the dude in that third chair, man. He be holding it down. Freshest haircut in Cedar Hill, Texas. J Rock, make sure you put where they can find you, big dog. We gonna be talking about this Thursday, likely when we do a show from the barbershop. But go ahead, OC. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. No, that was it. I'm saying that he's keeping it professional and they don't feel as comfortable. See, that's their issue. They want to feel comfortable with everybody they pay a lot. And it's not necessary. It's like a personal growth thing. You don't have to be comfortable. They don't have to be in the palm of your hand for you to pay them market contracts. They have to be a high performer and do their job.
Yeah.
And that's just a nuance in terms of personality that is kind of different when you play for the Cowboys, in my opinion.
And I was talking about losing the team because, see, and Dak was, you see, this is why Dak don't go on boat trips and all that kind of stuff. Because when you come in and you're a fourth round quarterback, you hear what your teammates saying about Romo and Witten. You hear it. You be like, hey man, don't get on their bad side, bro, because they be snoozing with the Joneses. See, if y'all think I'm lying, remember what Witten said. I think we lost the OC because he was driving and all of a sudden it stopped. But remember what Witten said. Remember Witten said when they talked about Witten going up to Stephen Jones, and he said, every time we sign a tight end, this guy Witten comes up to my office and tells me, you just wasted another draft pick. Now, that sounded cute, but this is the thing. When you don't have leadership skills to where you really understand morale, yeah, that was cute, but this is the deal. You just basically told the whole team that Witten throws his tight end room under the bus without even knowing what they go bring to the Dallas Cowboys. So he literally said publicly that every tight end we drafted, Witness came up to my office and said that we wasted a tight end. And when you that type of dude, the locker room don't like you. I know we love Witten and all that kind of stuff, and we love Romo, but nah, bruh. Like when you throwing your teammates under the bus, see, cause it was cute, but see, if he would have stopped and thought, how is the tight end room go think about this statement? You know what I'm saying? Why did he stop and say, before I say this, how they go trust Witten as their leader if he just realized that he poo-poos on them? So now they sitting around Witten knowing, watch what you say, watch what you do, because he got a direct office to the Joneses. Watch what you say. See, that's already a divided locker room that they created, thinking it's cute. Oh, are you kidding me? Every time we draft a tight end, this guy behind me Witten, he goes right to my office and say, you just wasted another pick. Ha ha ha. He's quite the competitor. Yeah, yeah. You should have kept that story. You should have kept that. And so Dak knows that. So when he's trying to avoid that. He trying to be the millionaire, the multi-millionaire that carries himself like, I'm just one of the guys. I'm like you guys. You know what I mean? Y'all can come to my house. I'm going to even make a damn field on my backyard to where y'all can come hang out with me. We can play some football. We can go fishing. That's Dak, but that's also great leadership.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, this is a business decision and this is a business. So the Cowboys, unfortunately, are not going to be able to keep all of their top talent. They're going to part ways with somebody, and they're probably going to end up parting ways, in my opinion, with a guy like Diggs. Unfortunately, he may end up being the casualty of all this because they're going to end up having to pay Dak anyway, and they're going to not keep a couple guys that could be high value free agents, man. And so it's just interesting, man, this whole dynamic. But at the end of the day, man, the Cowboys have the opportunity. Here's the thing. They have the opportunity to really have like an extended Super Bowl window and really be in contention and just fill in loose holes if they handle these contracts right. But right now, not lending to that unless they sign Dak to an extension before the season starts. Because once the season starts, price is going to be guaranteed to exponentially go up even more. And so that's the thing, in my opinion.
My boy Locke said, but isn't Dak in the leadership committee? That's a connection to the front office. Yeah, it's a connection. But see, which connection you want? Do you want a connection to where the leadership committee is the people that got the C's on their chest? Or do you want the leadership committee that goes on personal boat rides? Which one is more team oriented and which one looks like its pet cat favorite son? And if you a smart teammate, you want to avoid the appearance. Because see, Locke, OC, me, everybody in the chat, everywhere we work, we have observed favoritism, haven't you? Haven't you? Everywhere you work, you've observed it and you didn't like it, did you? No. So it goes on all walks of life. Your smarter leaders avoid it. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it an environment to where the best man really wins. We are a family-run organization. You know what I'm saying? And we run the business that way. And that's the part of the Cowboys that causes us to slip up. I'm just keeping it real. So,
yep, no doubt.
So, OC, I'm going to take a couple of more calls. If you want to hang, that's cool. Let me just take a couple of more calls. But you can hang, bro, if you chilling. You chilling?
I'll hang. What's that?
Okay. If you got to go.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, Pastor? What's going on?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm feeling better since I talked about it.
So you feeling better?
You know how it is, Pastor, because I know you counsel. All you pastors, y'all be having people, y'all be counseling. Once we talk to you, Pastor, we feel a little better. You know, we got to get it out.
I appreciate you, man, because I was on my way. I'm actually in the sanctuary right now to pray.
Oh, wow.
But I was wanting to talk to you about everything that was going down, man, and with Jalen Hurts, and I think it's good for him. That's my frat brother. You know, I'm an Omega, so I'm all about, him getting his money, and I definitely think Howie Roseman did it right. I think the challenge is the fact that the Cowboys are different because it's family run, man, and you just alluded to this.
Yep.
Howie has a job. He can get fired.
Right.
Can't nobody fire Jerry or Stevie. I mean Jerry or Steven.
Yeah.
But
yes,
with all of that is cool. Here's what I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We need Donnell Wright.
Yo!
That offensive lineman from Tennessee. That's what we need, dog.
That's what we need.
I'll be honest with you, man.
That's what we need, Pastor.
I finally heard one of the Louis Riddick said it this morning. Louis Riddick said the best player in the draft, I don't care what position, is Donnell Wright. He said that offensive tackle start at left, move to right, or a right, move to left, whatever they say, he will be the best player in this draft and will have a major career in the NFL. And that's the first time I heard one of the pundits really say something that agreed with all of the analysis that you and the OC been doing, dog. And it's possible. Matter of fact, if it was me, I would go get him. I would go get him. I'm with you. I'm going to get him, man.
I'll go get him.
I don't. If I go get him, if he dropped to because he's projecting around like what 15 and 20.
Yeah.
If he gets past 15, bro, I'm going to get him.
Yep.
I don't care if Bijan there.
Me neither.
I don't care who else is there.
Me neither.
I'm going to get him.
Yep.
Because we got enough backs in this draft. Go get him. Lock up that line. And if you need now, even this, if you want to kick in Tyler and put him on the outside, or if you want to put, I'm okay with putting Tyron at left tackle, kicking in Tyler Smith, and even with Steele, if he's not ready, to go ahead and put Darnell over there, because Darnell can do both. It don't really matter. But that's your replacement right there, man, and that will solidify whatever we needed to do. Yeah. Because whatever we do, we got to win in the trenches, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what I got here. So I'm praying that can work out. You know, I mean, Dak go get his money. Yeah. I mean, and I think we'll be able to pay if they do it right. I'm not worried because of how they can restructure, and we know we got this new TV money coming in. Yeah. So I think they're gonna be able to do. We can be able to keep everybody, but it's that third contract. I think they can get Trayvon, CD, and Micah done, and Dak done. But the challenge is one of them may not be willing to say, "I'm gonna go ahead and do it," but you're gonna lose some other pieces.
Yeah.
But you still got about a 2 to 3 year window, man, to make some stuff happen.
Yeah.
And don't let us come out here win the Super Bowl. They better pay Dak before Dak win the Super Bowl. Because if they don't do that, man, you could be talking $60 billion.
Yeah, they need to pay Dak.
And I don't blame them, man.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all. You could have paid them right now. You could have extended them right now for like 4 to 6. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can do it right now, and they, you know what? They probably will. They probably will. They're probably going to do him. They'll probably do him and probably Trayvon if Trayvon don't hold out, because they still got the 5th-year option on CD, and they got the 5th year on Micah.
Yeah.
So depending on how they play it, if they win the Super Bowl, I think you'll keep CD and Micah quiet. You ain't gonna be able to keep Trayvon quiet, and and they have to pay Dak. But
I don't think Micah will be quiet. Micah. If Micah get that ring in his 3rd year, they got one or two things. If he gets the ring and he knows he's beasting out, they know they got the 5th year option on him. Yeah.
Now what they should do is pay Trayvon, extend Dak. Now you clean up cap room. Because by the time that 5th year option comes from Micah, you need to extend him.
Yeah.
Because you can extend CD next year. At least he can play on the 5th year option. Then you can extend Micah and do the same thing for the cheap and do it for the lower. They just got to be smart businessmen, and they're smart businessmen, but they just got to let their ego go.
That's what.
That's the hardest thing for them to do.
That's the hardest thing, Pastor. Pastor, pray for us in the church. Pray for me, for real. I'm dead serious.
I lift your name up, man. I'm laughing, man, because this is what I do, man. I lift your name up, man, and all that stuff, man. And as we do this, man. But you're doing a great job, man. I really like what y'all did last night with them Steagles.
Yeah, that was fun. It was the enemy,
fun. It was cool.
But it was fun. It was the enemy, but it was fun. So thank you, Pastor.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem, man. Just keep shining, man. Be blessed.
Thank you. Be blessed. That was Pastor Taft, man. He's a lawyer, caller, very good football person, and man of God. You know what I'm saying? So I respect him greatly. Let me take one more call, OC, and then we'll close it out. Cool?
Before you do that, real quick. Mm-hmm. Darnell Wright, I've been saying it, and I'm going to say it again. If he's anywhere around 17 to 20, man, we need to go get him.
That's what I
Go get him. Go get him. Yeah. Go get him. Please go get him.
But see, I think what's going on with him, OC, man, I think a lot of people haven't caught up to the film on him yet. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. See, the reason why we own him the way we own him, because we actually really, really broke down the film on him. You know what I'm saying? And we really broke down his history. So I think it's impossible for anybody to do an in-depth breakdown of him and not really understand the value of what he would bring to the Dallas Cowboys. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm saying that's true other people, but the Cowboys know. They brought him in for a 30 visit. They know.
They know. Yeah,
the Cowboys know.
And wasn't he the only tackle that they brought in? I think he was the only tackle. You know what I'm saying? The only.
Based on what I remember, yes. So he's a guy, man, that you really need to target. And if the Cowboys are smart, and you know what? I'm betting on Will McClay. Will, I'm betting on you.
Yeah,
I'm betting on you, McClay, to solve this problem and to use your influence to do the thing that's going to really take us over the top with that offensive, because this is what we do know. And this was one of my worst fears, and we talked about this, I think in a show, boss. I don't know if it was offline on the show, but they paid Jalen Hurts. So do you think they not go try to protect their investment by getting as strong as we can on their O-line? You think they not go draft somebody if they're there that's a great tackle? I think not, man.
I think they go with one of them boys. I could see them taking Wright.
I think that they would go up to get him too.
That's why I was surprised that Lord and them was moving down. When they was moving down on the draft, I was like, y'all passing Wright.
They tripping. They don't study like we study. No offense, them Philly boys don't study like we study. They don't know. They don't know the play.
I don't know them like that. No, I ain't gonna just.
In my opinion, I said it. I said it. You didn't say it.
They just probably didn't study him. You know what I'm saying? Enough.
They don't. I'm saying they don't understand the value of a dude like that versus some of these other people. If they studied all the pieces, they would know. And I'm not coming against them, and I'm not saying they bad or nothing like that. I'm not trying to put
don't know about right. You right? Because it's a lot of Cowboy fans don't know about right. Like
100%.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of Cowboy fans that have not really broken him down. Like, if you go look at him just from his senior year, you go miss out. You got to look at the history, dog. You got to look at his whole career, dog. You know what I mean? You got to really break this dude down. It's no way to break him down and not be like, bruh, that's the dude. Like, I would move up, bro. Man, I would give up so much for him right now.
Man, look, boss. Even if you did just look at the senior year, you would know better. So I don't even buy that.
Yeah.
If you looked at his senior year and who he played and who he went against and how dominant he was in the SEC, he was the best lineman in the SEC, bro.
Yeah.
This year, throw away the rest of the 3 years. Say you didn't do all that deep dive, just based on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean that's the guy if we can get him, in my opinion. But go ahead, let you take the other call.
Yeah, let me take one more call, man, from another coach, real quick. Thank y'all for being patient too, man.
Hey, boss, how you doing, sir?
What's up, coach?
Man, I love your show as always. I think what people gotta realize and pay attention to is the draft, because you made mention of a couple of quarterbacks, kind of sneaky, that are really, really good that you get in the 4th and 5th round. Cowboys don't get a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. If they get one of the quarterbacks you was talking about in the 4th and 5th, they can ball. They let you know what they're going to do with Dak.
Yep.
Now, when you have money like the Joneses, there's a reason why they're rich. And you have to look at Dak's agent, Top France. Who's these 2 quarterbacks? Both his quarterbacks reset the market both times. Dak Prescott and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Both of them reset the market.
Right.
So if you think that Top France is worried about winning, no. Top France, like, okay, Cowboys, you can go ahead and wait. I'll reset the market at 55.
Yep.
I'll just set the market at 60. Because he have no problem resetting the market with that at 40 and 45 with Josh. This is Top France. Oh, by the way, he also has who's the other client? That's right, the number 1 D tackle in the game. The place of the Rams. Oh, who's the other client? The number 1 running back. That's all he has are top players. So if you think that he's going to take a discount, that's not in his DNA.
No, he definitely not.
So the Cowboys, like you said, the Cowboys messed up. They should have jumped at the chance to get Dak at 50.
Yep.
Because right now, if I'm Top France and boss, I know you went to negotiation class just like I did.
I did. How did you know? Hold on. How did you know that, bro?
Because you said it on one of your shows.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say like that.
So
okay.
So, but check this out. From negotiation class, he's $59 million next year. Yeah. So it starts at 59. You just told me to my face as an agent that it starts at 59, not 55, not 52.
Yeah. And I agree with you. The quarterback is gonna tell us what their plans are. I get scared because that's I think that's goofy. You know what I mean? Don't get a quarterback just because you're just trying to put pressure on Dak. To me, get a quarterback that can actually help your team. And I already went through that idea, but you know what I mean? It's because it's goofy, because the chances of you finding a quarterback to be just as good as Dak going into year 8, it's just crazy. It's like, come on.
100%. You can't wait.
Yeah, it's like,
but as far as offensive line, I hope Wright is there. I'm just not sure he's going to be there. I mean, it's proven that the true scouts of the teams are always ahead of these TV people.
They are.
And so, my thing, but see, I think you and the OC and the other guys got me so messed up about the 2nd and 3rd round. Like, it's going to cost, and I can be wrong, to jump up from the 26 to like 17, like the OC is talking about, it's gonna take a second round pick to jump up that high.
Probably a second and a fourth.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I would.
That's fine.
But boss, all the other guys y'all talked about, you can get at the second, and okay, I mean.
No, I know what you mean. What you mean. So, like, when you look at Matthew Bergeron, right? Yeah. I would be good with Matthew Bergeron, but I'm just saying, if I can get a guy that can be Leary-ish day one, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And give me that versatility that I can just basically kick my feet up and have no concerns of his development, kind of Tyler Smith-ish, right? Yeah. You know, so no, I agree that it's some value. It's still value. Like, if let's say if we don't get right, I ain't gonna cry. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna die.
So and maybe you know, City do a show on this. Mm-hmm. How big of a gap is it between Murphy and Wright? Because both of them are nasty. Yep. Wright is more talented. Yep. Both of them can move. I love for y'all to do a show, because if it's not that big of a difference, then if you miss it all right, then you just be Murphy in the third or the fourth.
Right. Right.
But I mean, just like for me, I haven't watched enough film. I've seen enough to be dangerous. Murphy is truly nasty because he was a D tackle, converted to O-line. And Wright is nasty as well, but he has the technique to back behind it. And he has played against first round talent. He played in the SEC. So that's me. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm like, okay, if I miss out on Wright, who else has the top of traits that he has? And for what y'all have shown us, the nastiness, like I hate you, is Murphy. Besides Wright. Wright hates you for real.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my thoughts on that, you know. But I think the Cowboys really need to be driving down to Dak's house right now, calling his agent to listen. 55. Just because it's not, like I said, all these other quarterbacks. And real talk, if I'm Joe Burrow, it's starting at 60.
Right.
I mean, because if I'm Joe Burrow, that dude can't hold my jockstrap.
Man.
He do that 50. Listen. I mean, dude. I'm Burrow. I'm telling my agent, I'm going last. Yeah. Because I'd be gone if Herbert or Dak or anybody else get paid more than me.
Yeah.
I'm just because if I'm Burrow, I'm like, dude, another quarterback beat the best quarterback, Mahomes, more than I have. Right. And you pay for that? Oh no, dog. No, sir.
Yeah.
That's just me.
No, you make sense. Man, appreciate it, Coach. I really appreciate your calls as always.
Anytime, boss.
And that's a good idea. We might do that to where we are comparing dudes side by side, because that's a very good challenge. I think we just lost the OC. I'm going to take one more call. I forgot I got to call Star. Give me 1 second. I forgot. She was the first call. All right. Here we go.
Hello.
Oh, what's up, Star? You mad at me? Forgot about you?
No, I'm not mad at you, man. I'm just like, come on, boss. You told me to call in. I called like 5 times.
No, but see, listen.
But anyway.
Listen, hold on real quick.
No.
You call 5, I can show you where some of these people that call 15 times. You know what I mean? So they just out hustled you. You know, I'm just keeping it real. They just stayed on top of my, like Pastor Taft called like 15 times. You know what I'm saying? So he was on the top of my mind. It's not that I forgot about you. It's just that, you know, the squeaky oil go get the wheel. So I mean, the squeaky wheel go get the oil. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's why I said I charge it to your head, not your heart. I'm like, I know you're doing a lot with production. I know.
That's all it was.
Some guys probably outbeat me, like you said, Pastor.
What's up?
You probably outbeat. But yeah, I was just calling to talk about. You know, this whole Jalen Hurts thing.
Yeah.
I'm obviously upset, like you upset. And I'm just going to say that, like, this is a good sign that we are wanting to waiting to pay Dak. And it kind of feels like, once again, the front office getting against or they're telling Dak, prove it.
Yeah.
And this is why I kind of feel like if Dak don't win the Super Bowl this year, that people say that the front office may be done with him, but I think Dak may be done with the Cowboys. Because if you listen to, I forgot what that event was, but they asked Dak, it was right after, one day we'll wake up and, Dak will be, and then on top of that, after they released, Dak was like, it's now or never. I think Dak is about this close to being set up with the front office, and I think that's why they keep his distance. He doesn't go on the boats, not doing the wee-woo like, promo and witness and going on golf trips and all of that nonsense. Not for that. And I think, obviously you and Law talk to people that are close to his family, so y'all know this. I'm just from the outside. I haven't talked to anybody close to Dak Prescott, but you just look at the way things are trending. It doesn't seem like the relationship between Dak and the front office has gotten any better. And it's just like how OC said, it's because Dak was never their guy. Like they never really wanted him. I put on Twitter a couple of days ago, I was like, Dak should have been the first QB off the board in 2016. But yet our front office was arguing with Jason Garrett to take Dak in the 4th round. They didn't even want to take Dak in the 4th round. So when it comes to that type of thing, it just feels like, I don't know. It may be Super Bowl bust for everybody, because I do feel if Mike McCarthy don't win the Super Bowl this year, I think that if Dak doesn't win, they're going to obviously put that as more reason not to pay him. But I think him and Ty France are probably just going to say, you know what? Just go ahead and let's request a trade and I can be out of here. Because obviously, how long do you think somebody's going to put up with you? Prove it again. Prove it again. Prove it again. Still not enough. Prove it again. Like, how long is somebody going to mentally keep dealing with that over and over and over again? Because as we
Hold on. Stop. You got me on Bluetooth?
No, I'm talking directly in the speaker.
Okay. I don't know why you
I don't have you on speaker or anything.
Okay, go ahead though, cause you sound better now. Cause you was going kind of.
Okay.
Now you real
okay,
clear.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you clear as hell.
Okay,
now.
I just have to hold it. Okay, I just have to hold it closer. But yeah, I just don't think. I mean, I think it'd be wishful thinking to think that Dak is just going to. To me, it's almost like a mental and emotional abuse what the front office is doing at this point.
Man.
And people may find that as extreme.
No.
But I'm an attorney. I'm a psychology major, and it just seems like at this point, like they are. It feels different than the Zeke and the prior contracts that we had going to negotiate. It just feels different with Dak. It's just something weird about the front office and Dak, and it probably is because Dak won't get as close to them, or he won't let them put their finger on him like they've done other people in the past. But I guess we just continue to watch and see how this situation unfolds. But it really isn't a good sign, because even though they've done things that they haven't done in years, continuing to bet against Dak, it just shows bad faith. I don't really know how else to put it.
Let me pause you real quick, Star. Let me pause you real quick.
Go ahead.
To echo what you're saying, you remember that article that came out with Dak at ESPN where he talked about mental illness?
Yeah.
Suffering from mental illness?
Yeah.
So I talked about this before, and I wrote an article about this before. People forget that Aaron Rodgers reached out to Russell Wilson and told him that when you wait on an extension, it's like time is standing still. Now, this was after them dudes won Super Bowls. And they was still talking about the pressure. See, because we don't understand what it's like to work every day with the hope of getting that lotto ticket. The mental anxiety, like people don't think millionaires have pressure, but they do. People don't think football players have major pressure, but they do. So just echoing your point, when Aaron Rodgers reached out to Russell Wilson And this is the worst part of it. They was talking about what it's like in the off season. Keep in mind, the front office put that contract pressure on Dak during the season. They tagged him, and they said basically you got to play perfect for us to pay you, basically. Because remember when Dak started off when Zeke held out, and he was basically quite easily the best quarterback when he started off 3-0. Remember that?
I remember.
Yeah, that was year 4. And man, just you being a psych major, I can see where this can mentally break you down. You know what I mean? I can see to where if you keep dripping on me and you keep dripping on my psyche and you keep telling me we don't believe in you. See, your mouth said, but your actions don't. This is the second time a Philly quarterback that you're better than got paid before you. It don't take too long to start figuring out that I'm the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? It don't take long to figure out that you don't like me like these other teams like they quarterbacks. And this is the sad thing too. Okoye said this, and I'm gonna be quiet and listen some more. It's not even just the front office, it's the lack. See, this is the thing about Philly that make me envious and jealous of Philly. Because Hurts is not as good as Dak. He not. But guess what? Look at my boy LB. He riding with him. It's Hurts season. We rocking with you. You our guy. Damn Dak is what they saying. You know what I mean? In their hearts, they know who better. They know. Because Lord said himself yesterday that we didn't even have to lean on the arm of Hurts last year because we was putting teams away in the first half. See, he know football. So he know Hurts' pure arm is untested versus Dak's pure arm is tested, proven, and we all know what it is. You know what I mean? But look how they ride for their guy, and look how wishy-washy we are on Dak. Somebody in the chat just said, that's a Cowboy fan, don't pay Dak, period. See, it's millions of those types. Millions.
Yeah. Millions. Even
that
even
rock
the top
star.
That rock the millions, even big content creators, you know, they'll like Dak, but they consistently put Herbert over him and consistently put all these other quarterbacks who haven't even been close to doing what Dak has done. I just don't know. It's just so much, and I know Dak says pressure is privilege and all that stuff.
Shit.
But everybody has a breaking point.
Yep.
It is only so much you can take. Like when Josh Allen had this season, you know what his fans are doing? Writing letters to him saying, we still believe in you. We love you, Josh. Like, you're our quarterback. We don't care how this year went. We still rocking with you. We don't care. But when it comes to Dak Prescott, we're the only fan base that picks him apart based on every missed throw, every misread, every, he didn't run here. He should have ran there. Like, we picked him apart to no end. And I know people say, well, they did the same thing to Romo.
No, they didn't.
They did the same thing to Aikman. And I just don't believe that.
They didn't.
I know that you always...
I was there the whole time.
Yeah. And I just don't believe it, Bob, because I'm just like, listen, like, I understand that when you have a star on your helmet, you do get criticized. We all know that. But I'm saying there's just something different from across the board with the non-belief in Dak. And I'm like, and just like you said, Dak doesn't have to do anything else. He's already done it.
Yeah.
The only thing that people can knock Dak on is that, you haven't gotten further in the playoffs. Okay, well, it takes a team to get further in the playoffs. You have people like Teddy Bruschi saying Dak needs to learn how to be competent in the playoffs. And I'm like, have you seen Dak's passer rating and his touchdowns and interception ratio and all that in the playoffs? Like, you're literally basing... It's recency bias because you're basing off of one team that it seems like your quarterback just sucks against. But you have to know that when it happens twice, you can say, okay, it happened the first time. But the second time, that has to come to do with game planning and your offensive coordinator. I don't know. I don't care what anybody says. If you lose to the same team the same way, that's not on your quarterback. your quarterback has to do what the offensive coordinator says. And I know people like to say, well, why can't Dak just be Romo? Because Romo used to go off script and he used to just call draw plays and all of this stuff that they always say that basically Romo was the offensive coordinator. I'm like, but did Romo going off script get him any further than Dak Prescott? It didn't. It's like Romo, it did the same thing. Romo didn't see any NFC championships, just like Dak Prescott hasn't. So we have to realize that there's just a lot of factors in play. And it's just, but at this point, like, I'm a huge, huge Dak fan. I'll admit that. Dak is like one of my, or if not my favorite player in the NFL, past and present. But and it's going to hurt my heart. It's like people's heart was broken when Dez got released, and people's heart was broken when Zeke got released. It's going to break my heart the day that Dak Prescott says, I just can't do this anymore. And I know that we just think Dak is so strong and he'll be here forever, but the more the time passes on, it just seems like that it's just not going to happen. But we can keep holding out hope. Hopefully we do win the Super Bowl this year, because maybe if we do win the Super Bowl, then we get to keep our coach and we get to keep our QB. But if we don't, it's always going to be that anxiety in the back of our heads that this could very well be the end of Mike McCarthy, who I grown to love, and the end of Dak Prescott in Dallas. But
it's so goofy.
Yeah, I think that's all
Goofy.
It is goofy. Like no one else has to deal with it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Star. How in the hell are anybody talking about getting rid of a quarterback that averages 11 wins when he starts? How? How is anybody thinking about getting rid of a quarterback 2 years on a row that was 2 games from the Super Bowl? That is goofy.
I just don't understand it.
This guy has top. Like anybody, like we need to get us a new quarterback. Y'all need to get us a new quarterback. We need a new quarterback.
Like why? And to see what Dak did with what he had last year, I always say he was one competent OC away from making it to the NFC Championship. And we know full well if we faced the Eagles in the NFC Championship, we were going to the Super Bowl. Everybody knew that.
Hold on real quick. My boy Trey said, who said that? You ain't hear that last night? Lord Brunson said it last night. Smitty said it y'all need a quarterback. Yeah, that's everywhere. Cowboy fans saying that.
Everywhere.
That's everywhere. It's people over here like Mike McCarthy on the hot seat. Mike McCarthy on the hot seat. Dak on the... what? Like, bro.
Yep.
How is a team that went 12-5 twice haven't done that since in 30 years? That should be... Everybody should be safe. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody should be safe. Mike should be safe. Dak should be safe. The whole team, because I'm like, even realistically, guys, yes, I do have the expectation that we should win the Super Bowl. But if we don't, this is the first year of this.
My bad, Trey.
This is the... Oh, he was saying something else?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the chat. But go ahead.
No, you good. But this is the first year of this offense. Mike McCarthy literally said during his presser at the owners meeting, like, we're in year one mode.
Yeah.
But to know that our front office is likely going to fire him if he doesn't win a Super Bowl this year, and that they're likely going to just, I don't know what they're going to do, because Dak's cap hit next year is like 59 or 49 million.
They got to extend him. They have to.
That's the only, unless you just flat out say, unless Dak says after this year, if they don't win the Super Bowl, I want to be traded. And they find another trade partner that will take half of that salary. But other than that, like, there's nothing you can do. And it's just like, why y'all continue to do this? Like, why didn't y'all just extend him? Y'all had the opportunity. But y'all wait, and y'all wait till Hurts gets this money. Then you're going to wait till Joe Burrow. Then you're going to wait till Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand it. I don't get the way that the front office does business. I don't get the consistent betting against Dak. Because it's like, what has Dak ever done to them to deserve it?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be up here crying about it, because it's just like, I know people find it annoying, but at the same time, it's like, what has he done to deserve y'all treating him like this?
And lastly,
like nothing. Like he has.
Lastly,
yeah, go ahead.
My thing is, how many professional people got to come out? Remember last year when I was raving against Kellen Moore, that I was showing how many Hall of Famers was talking about Kellen Moore?
Yep.
But yet we still blame that, right? Me and all those Hall of Famers was pointing right at the problem. We were saying, listen, y'all, it's that dude. These stupid option routes, it don't make sense. Now, even with these interceptions, it's not just Mike Marks that talked about these interceptions. How many of these professional NFL quarterbacks that got their own YouTube channels came out talking about how the scheme was stupid? How you had people on the same levels. You know what I mean? And you can't go through progressions when you got people stopping at the same time. It's like, how many professional people are saying it really wasn't Dak, it was a dumb system?
It really wasn't Dak.
Yeah,
right.
It was, obviously Dak is imperfect, so some of those interceptions with him, but when you really break it down, it's like, no, it was the system. And then you say, that's why they fired Kellen Moore. They still point at Dak. So
they're still pointing at Dak.
So and then when you giving them facts, they call you a Dak homer, a Dak lover. Oh, okay, you just love you some Dak. It's like, why can't we just talk about facts? Why we got to go into insults when I'm giving you facts?
Right.
Like, why we got to do that? Like, I'm like, how many people
caping for him?
How many? Yeah, you caping for him. How many people agree with me? That's professionals, and then you agreeing with Shannon Sharp? Like, hold on. I'm agreeing with Hall of Famers. You agreeing with people who get paid to hate on Dak. Like, come on, bro.
Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp is your source. I'm over here talking about ex-Super Bowl winners and gold jacket guys that's saying exactly what I'm saying. And matter of fact, some of them, I said it before they said it. You know what I mean? Where I say exactly. And see, that's what pissed me off about the Mike Marks, because everybody like, did y'all hear what Mike Marks said? It's like, what? He said what I said? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, we believe it now. Oh, now you believe it. Mike Marks had to come tell you. I showed you the film. I showed you what option routes were. I showed you the whole commentary of them breaking down option routes. I did all of that, and we still had people like, but I'm waiting on Dak to come around. It's like, all right, bro. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it, bro. I just can't.
It's just like, it's no convincing. It's just no convincing.
You can't
like,
convince
I don't know
people
what
like
it
that.
is.
You can't.
But people just, I just hope that, the front office, I just hope that, I just hope that the front office, like, really, but something is telling me they're probably not going to try to extend Dak to the end of next year.
Yeah, I agree. But you know what else this tells me, though? This is where I'm hopeful, because Dak, the hardest parts are behind Dak. The hardest parts.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I couldn't imagine being paid $600,000 a year watching Wentz get paid, and then you got to go play a whole nother year knowing that this dude that you better than just got paid. Also knowing if I have a bad streak and get injured, it's going to be used against me. The psychological warfare of his first contract had to be one of the worst experience. That they literally sent him out there and say, go give us 4 years, but Wentz was paid in 3. With a bad back. See, that's the thing that people forgot. Wentz got paid while needing back surgery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
he over here got a bad back. Dak is healthy at that time. Ain't never had no injuries. Ain't never missed no game. At that time. You see what I'm saying? All the checks was consistently checked with him. He was a Heisman candidate. He was the Senior Bowl MVP. He was, and he did lead his team to number 1 in the nation without anybody else that was drafted. And for years, everybody kept saying, we want to see more. But see, but now you got your millions. Now you got your endorsements. So the pressure of saying, okay, when they get it done, they'll get it done, is a lot different than you sitting up here making $600,000, but you don't never know when that day is coming. So, and the way he answered that question, Star, you remember they asked him about that. He said it'll get done in a day now. That also mean this: Dak is leaving that with his agent. That also clearly says he don't talk to the Joneses about money. He's a professional man that let his professional agent do his professional job. And he just sitting back worrying about being a quarterback versus sitting here worrying about money. Dak is mostly what we all should want in a quarterback, but yet we want to get rid of him. Now, if you say he ain't no Mahomes, if you say he ain't no Mahomes, he ain't no Aaron Rodgers, because this is also what get on my nerves, Star. This is what totally gets on my nerves. For everybody that critiques Dak, you notice they only use 3 people when they compare Dak. See, y'all act like Dak is Mahomes, Brady Rodgers. It's only 3. Yep. He must be good because that's the only person y'all compare to. Y'all got to go reach to the top of the top. Y'all got to go. He ain't no Brady. And then when he beat Brady, this is what they say. Y'all beat a washed up Brady. Oh my God.
Yeah, but Brady
was my God.
Yeah, the goalpost moves. So that must mean that Dak, if y'all can only compare him to Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers, Brady's out of the league now. So that would then make Dak what? A top 3 quarterback. Because you don't say he's not better than Herbert, he's not better now.
Right.
You literally say he's not Brady than Mahomes, Rodgers, and Tom Brady. So that means that of the current quarterbacks, Dak Prescott would be number 3. Because I'll give it to you. He's behind Mahomes.
Yeah.
If you want to say, I don't think he's behind Rodgers at this point in Rodgers' career, but if you want to say that, you can. Because he does have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure.
But other than that, and just like you said, people say Dak can't carry a team. Dak's been carrying a team since he was in college. So
that's all he do is carry. Like that's all he do is carry. Like he can't. I'm looking for him to carry, bro. Like what is this? Like anyway, like you gonna get me on the same points. You gonna get me on them same. I already made that point. But yeah, man. Let me go ahead and get off this show.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, Star.
I'll holler at you later, bro.
Montana, I'm gonna get with you, dog. I know I owe you a call. So Montana, I also need to start figuring out a way to lock in some of y'all numbers. So I need to be able to lock it. Cause see, I need to know who y'all are when y'all call. I know Star because I know the 214. I know another person because I know Coach Marr because I know his South Carolina number. So I promised y'all, and I will. I did promise y'all, and I will. I said after we get past the draft, I will upgrade my phone systems to where it will be way more organized, and I'll be able to put people in the queue and all that kind of stuff. And to where when you in that queue, then I'm gonna take all the calls in the queue until we empty out the queue. That way, the people that really want to get in can get in, and all you got to do is kind of sit back and hang out until I get to you. So we gonna have that after the draft, but in the meantime, I'm working on nothing but preparing for the draft. I still got my book to drop, and then obviously we gonna be dropping more videos and we gonna do more content. I will be coming back tonight, so y'all make sure y'all hang around for that. To come back tonight. Just real quick, if you have not checked out the show from yesterday, it was a fire show. I suggest you do it. I know a lot of y'all hate Philly. I know a lot. Can you hold for 1 second? Y'all hold for 1 second. Yeah, so I know a lot of y'all don't like Philly. Or maybe even content creators. I would say don't take it that personal, because this channel is truly all about, as much as possible, trying to get education and real knowledge out there. And you got to be able to talk to your enemy, because regardless of what anybody say, I'm not going to know Philly better than Smitty and Lord Brunson. I'm not. I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna spend a whole bunch of time researching them, but I know they do. So if they come over here and they educate me about my enemy, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? And I would want us, obviously, to continue our hate for the East, but I also want to be able to do it in a mature way. You know what I mean? In a mature way to where I can sit and talk to you. Now, obviously, you go see some hands go back and forth every now and then. You go see us box. That's part of the game. We supposed to box. I'm go box any one of them that's talking reckless and silly. But let's never lose, in my opinion, the bigger picture of why we doing content. We want to learn. So anyway, let me read the super chat before we get out of here. He say, you know, Boss Jones always been like that when it comes to having to pay their players, except Romo, with no problem. My bad if I'm wrong. They ganked Romo too, because see, Romo took him a team-friendly deal. You know, see, most people don't know that. Romo kind of bent over. Like, most people got caught up in the $100 million at the time, because he was one of the first contracts to have a, you know, $100 million contract. But see, if they look like they helping you on one end, they burning you on the other end. So yeah, he had a big contract, but it was also a 6-year duration. So when you have a 6-year duration, that makes it harder for you to get back into the market and take advantage of the new rising caps, because the cap rises pretty much every year for the most part, except for COVID, right? So if you give up 2 years of your youth, then that means you'll never be able to make what you had a chance to make maxing out your youth. So Romo was even done bad. That's what I'm saying. It's not just, this is not personal to Dak. They try to burn everybody. People forgot that Zach Martin had to hold out. Some people don't know Zach Martin. They say the first time Zach Martin ever missed a practice ever was because he was waiting to get paid. And he missed 3 days of practice, and they finally came up and paid him. And they even did him bad with a 6-year contract. If anybody could have put their feet to the fire and said, nope, I want what my counterparts get, 4-year contracts. I want to be able to get back into the market after 4 years. Nope. He got slapped too. So this is a Scrooge McDuck philosophy. This ain't got nothing to do with rewarding your best. This got something to do with trying to screw everybody. So this is showing you, if you ever try to work for the Dallas Cowboys organization, it's going to be some major pushes to try to keep you paid below the norms. It's clear that's how they move. But y'all come back tonight. I'm going to have JC with me. We going to talk about this from a Philly perspective. I want to hear from the Philly guys and kind of try to see what they thinking about Hurts and all that kind of stuff. I want to see if they try to inflate and woo, or will we be gentlemen? Will we talk about this with some sense? We'll know tonight. So make sure y'all stay with us and we go come back. But it's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Continue to share the content. Continue to hit the like. And let's continue to organize to kind of put this real information out there versus the woo. Y'all stay up, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Peace. Another one, you already know.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Another one.
Yup.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Yeah. See, I like a group of people that bring real back. You know what I mean? And that's what Boss Cowboy Sports and everybody that's in here, we bringing real back. Like, all this faking, nah, we not with that. All that trying to act like you don't know what's going on, nah, we not with that. We speaking our minds.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
I need the cash pronto. I don't throw interception like Romo.
Let's go.